Not since Ross Perot has the abrupt departure of a political candidate been met with such a universal sense of relief.
Yeah.
Here now to explain what happened, America's worst nightmare. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Howard Stern.
All right, thank you, Dave. David Letterman. Thank you. That's from last night's appearance on David Letterman. Trying to figure out what song is this that he's playing. Well, he usually plays Mississippi Queen. What is that, Fred? Cope, you should know. What is that?
Urge Overkill.
That's Urge Overkill?
Yeah.
That's Urge Overkill?
Not the way they play it.
You beat me to it.
It's not just the Havana that you like. It's another one.
You've got to be kidding.
How come I don't know that song? Maybe I just don't recognize the way they're playing it.
Just the way they're playing it. I mean,
They must have heard me saying on the air that I liked Urge Overkill.
Exactly.
Oh, it's nice and chilly in here. Good. Good sign. By the way, Robin, I have, if you notice, sitting to my left,
is that famous actor
Nicolas Cage. Hey, good to have you with us. Nicolas Cage, of course, stopping in early this morning. He's in the new movie with Rosie Perez and Bridget Fonda. It's about what is it about?
It happened to you.
Are you just
Nick, what is it about? Is it in fact a movie based on reality that there was a lottery and what happened with that?
There was a lottery, and it's thinly disguised from what really happened up in the Bronx.
Now, Nick, let me ask you, you have other people in show business in your family. You have a brother who is just a disc jockey, and
you call that show business?
Yeah, you must feel really good about your career because you're better than everyone in your family.
You mean I have a brother that's a lowly DJ?
Yeah. By the way, we're sitting and talking with Nicolas Cage, the great actor.
He must have hurt himself on the set, though. Look at that big Band-Aid he's wearing.
Bridget Fonda punched him in the face during the shooting of course, It Could Happen to You, which is a great movie, and I just want to say what a big fan I am. No, actually, sitting to my left, for those of you listening around the country, for those of you watching us on television, this is
that other great actor.
It's that other great actor, Nicolas Cage's brother. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nicolas Cage's brother to the show. The Cope. We call him the Cope. And his name, what is your name again? Mark Coppola.
That's right.
That's right. Mark Coppola.
Know what? I actually did see Mark Coppola in a movie.
Which one?
What, a vampire movie?
What movie was that, Mark? I just saw you the other day. You were a news reporter.
Oh, North.
Okay.
You're in North?
Yeah.
No kidding. I didn't know that. Did you have a major part? Or?
No.
Of course, it's always a major part, Howard. It's one line. I mean, that seems to be what I get, you know.
No, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this story quick for those of you who have never met the Cope. Cope has been working here at the radio station on and off for what, the last 8 years, 9 years?
9 years.
9 years, Cope.
Mostly off, right?
Legendary New York disc jockey. Mostly off. But the Cope, of course, comes from a very famous family.
Yeah.
The Cope, of course, his father was a conductor.
No, it's my grandfather.
Carmine Coppola. Francis Ford Coppola, the director, is his uncle. Listen, Cope, no one knows who you are. I gotta set you up.
Nicolas Cage is his brother.
Nicolas Cage is his brother.
Talia Shire is his aunt.
And he calls her Aunt Tally.
That's pretty good.
He has a brother in the magazine business, Alfred E. Coppola.
Is that right?
That's right. No, he is part of the famous Coppola dynasty.
That's right.
And Cope has a problem in that he, of course, has not succeeded as much as the other parts of the family.
He has failed to achieve.
He has failed to achieve.
Family of achievers.
Thank you for saying it, Robin. You say it so nicely. He has failed to achieve. He has failed to achieve. He has tried to get into acting like his brother Nicholas. And your Nicholas is a younger brother, right?
No, I'm his older brother.
Yeah, I'm saying Nicholas is a younger brother.
Oh, yeah.
He's a little punchy.
As you get to him.
Anyway, the Cope, of course, has had his share of failures, as everyone has. You know, listen.
I think he's had more than his share.
Yeah, he's in a very high-pressure situation. Had he been born into a family like mine, he would be considered a huge success.
Yeah, that's right.
What about the other members of my family you don't even hear about?
Like?
My brother Christopher, who's a director.
Yeah, and he's famous in the sense that he behind the scenes. Has he done actual movies and stuff?
Yeah, but I mean...
So even he has done better than you. So again,
wait, hold on.
Both his brothers.
No.
Both his brothers. Both younger brothers.
No, my other brother Christopher's having a bad time directing.
Oh, okay, good. All right, there you go.
Happy about that.
Yeah, look at Cope.
No, I'm not.
Look how happy he is. Oh, God forbid Christopher becomes big.
Yeah, he prays every
All right, I understand. Listen, if you were Mark Coppola and you came from the famous Coppola family where everyone is brilliant in music and brilliant in everything, you would see that this is a tough situation to be in, and it is hard to excel. Cope has achieved status as a New York disc jockey. Many people listen to him. They know him. And yet, in his family, he goes home a failure, in a sense. True, Cope?
I don't know.
When you go to family reunions, you don't have...
Nicholas is sitting there talking about all of his deals and accomplishments.
Well, that's true. They all talk about their successes, but, there's my father, too.
Right. And what has he done?
Well, he was a teacher.
Oh, so he was a failure like you.
Well, no, but that's like...
I hear to get attention in your family, you have to have weird animals as pets. Well, listen to this. The reason Cope is sitting there
with a Band-Aid.
All right. Hey, by the way, this just in, Cope's sister has been promoted to president of Paramount.
Oh, jeez, get him a knife. I don't have a sister.
I know. What is it?
Mark, we love you, but I do have to bring this up. Gorilla reminded me, I think it was either in Premiere Magazine or Movie Time, one of those. They did a family portrait of the Coppola family.
Right.
And Mark was missing.
No, but so was Tally. So was
Aunt Tally.
Yeah.
But that was an oversight.
Notice how Cope studies these things, though. He knows exactly what you're talking about.
See who else was there.
That's because they forgot to tell me when they were taking the picture. That's how I get treated in my family.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, the point is Cope really does get overlooked. It's a tough situation. We all empathize. Robin, in your family, certainly you're the superstar of the family.
Absolutely.
I don't know. What did your father do for a living?
He was a steel worker.
Right. And your mother never worked except the housework. And, of course, your sisters and brothers, or brothers, rather.
The brothers.
Never really,
nothing much to speak of in terms of, earning power or job description.
Right. The only way Mark would outdo his family is to become a serial murderer. And, you know what I'm saying? It's hard.
That way you could make a name for yourself.
Cope, are you still trying to sort of get into the acting, or are you going to give up on it?
No, I'm not giving up on the acting.
I told you, I saw him. He had one line in North.
Yeah, but I've also done about 11 plays in New York here. I mean, granted,
but those were your plays.
They're free plays.
Some were, some weren't.
You wrote
Cope
those
is trying.
I'm not coming here for the abuse this morning. I got my lip bit off. Okay?
All right, let's talk about what happened to Cope.
I mean, come on, man. I got 8
Cope
stitches.
is sitting here with stitches in his lip. He looks horrible. He has a big patch over it.
Yeah, he looks like he went to one of your bachelor parties.
Right. So
same hospital.
So anyway, do you know how Cope got this way?
How?
Well, first of all, I want to say Cope is not Zodiac 2, and he didn't get arrested or anything like that.
Put that hat on him.
Cope is one of these people who insists on having weird pets.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you something. I have spoken out about this many times in the past, and I will speak out again. Cope has to have weird pets because that's his way.
He can't have a regular dog or a cat.
Well, he won't stick this way, at least in the family. He has some. When Nicolas Cage, did you go to Nicolas's opening of his movie?
Yeah, actually, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
And that's hard for you, right? To sit there and watch your brother be so successful?
It was weird because I get out of the limousine, right, and it's like the guy goes, Nicolas Cage's brother.
Yeah, great.
Right.
And you want to be Mark Coppola.
And when I'm on a family reunion, all they talk about is you guys.
Really?
How's Howard Stern? How's Stuttering John?
Yeah, I mean, that's an insult.
Family reunion, I got to hear about you guys, and then here I got to hear about my family.
And Nick Cage, of course. In my estimation, Mark is a better looking guy than Nick.
Yes, I don't know how he got passed over, and everybody went to Nicolas Cage as a leading man.
I don't even think your brother's that good an actor. No, I really don't.
He's getting better. I don't know how Cope acts, but I have seen progress where Nicolas.
I am not. When I see that Nick Cage, let me compliment you now. When I see that Nick Cage is in a movie, I have no motivation to go see it.
No, but he has gotten better.
Yeah. So Cope, there you go. Cope secretly, I'm sure, harbors some resentment to his brother and likes me to say these things.
But I thought it was interesting that Rob Reiner, who's also a man who's had similar problems.
Like Cope.
Yes. And has overcome them.
Yes. Well, unlike Cope.
He puts Cope in a movie, but only gives him one line to yell as he's being driven or he's driving by.
Cope should have bigger lines, I believe.
He could have given him a bigger part.
Right. Well, anyway, point is, you are a better actor than your brother. And, hey, your brother's going bald. At least you have a full head of hair.
Oh, Howard.
You look terrific. He does.
Well, it was wrong to talk about Nicholas's hair.
All right. I know that's wrong. Now, Cope, let me say something to you about pets. I realize by having an unusual pet, it helps you. It helps Cope. I love the Cope. I happen to think Cope is a great disc jockey.
I think he's a wonderful man. And remember a few years ago he had a weight problem. He slimmed down.
Yeah. And didn't you have a drinking problem for a while?
No, that was only when I was out of work for a while.
Okay.
When I came on your show and got drunk. I quit drinking that day.
All right, good. Yeah. Cope didn't have a drinking problem, but he got a little high around us.
He had a drinking problem album when he lost work because he couldn't afford it.
Anyway, I was worried about the Cope. The Cope is a great disc jockey. I love listening to the Cope. Yes. He knows that. And he even got, I don't know, did you get fired by this station for a while?
I took a 2-week vacation and ended up about a year and a half.
Yeah, and I was against it. And,
one of those radio vacations.
Right.
Well, that's what happened. You know, I kind of like took a little tour of the world, and then I got back here eventually.
Let's put it this way, Robin. Maria Melito's career was going better than Cope's at some point. So, okay. So now Cope is back at our radio station.
Now, did he get the coveted slot?
Are you the overnight person, or you're filling in for Alison Steele while she's been away?
No, I'm filling in on 10 to 2 and overnights, depending upon where they need me.
So you are a fill-in guy?
Yeah, I'm back to me.
Utility guy.
I left as a fill-in guy.
Right, I understand.
And
well, Cope said, listen.
He said to me he hoped that he could get that 10 to 2 permanently.
Yeah, I would hope that.
Let's hope you do.
I'm pitching for that.
I hope you do.
I would like to do that. I could do a good
Because
job.
it's an insult. Cope's been in radio a lot of years. And
21 years.
And he has to go back to Nicolas Cage and Francis Ford Coppola and say,
sit there.
yeah, I'm doing fill-in work at a radio station.
Nobody speaks of my family, though.
Really?
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw Francis Ford Coppola?
Not for a while.
Really?
I saw Nicholas briefly in town here for the movie thing.
Do you get to hang with him? Who's his girlfriend now, Nicolas Cage? He's got a good one.
Some girlfriend.
He gets some hot girls. That's got to drive you nuts. Like
no, I never had a problem with women, Howard.
No, I know you've had some good-looking women, but not like your brother gets.
Well,
he gets good-looking famous women.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference between what you get and your brother gets.
Not that much of a difference. I get some decent women.
Yeah,
come on.
All right, well, you bring them in tomorrow. Anyway.
Is he still with that girl who...
The woman with the big breasts?
No.
Oh, that's over.
She dumped you?
No, that kind of ended when I left K-Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
She
was just with you for the radio.
Did she dump you?
Well, she said something to me like, your family never gives you work, so obviously you're not going to give me work. So that's what she intoned. And she says, it's no wonder all your other girls left you. You're hopeless. Your family's not going to help you. You're not working at K-Rock anymore. You're hopeless. Everything's hopeless. And she bolted or whatever.
She belted. She belted Cope in the lip.
She belted me, and then she left.
Yeah.
That's just what happened.
Now, that's pretty
what's
tough
funny?
when you realize a girl's with you because they think you've got some kind of an in with the Coppola family.
Didn't we tell them that?
And then she finds out you're a Coppola, but they don't talk to you.
Yeah, it's like being the retarded Coppola. Well, I always told you that girl was after your Coppola forces.
I thought you liked her.
I did for myself, not for you. Let me tell you something. Behind his back,
I feel very bad for him now.
Yeah. I knew that this girl was into.
Did you really?
Yeah, I said it to you.
Yeah, I think you might have.
I said to you.
I didn't want to hear it, though.
Yeah, you didn't want to hear it.
You didn't want to hear it.
You kept drinking.
To drown out your hearing.
Yeah, believe me, meanwhile, you had a fun time with her, so who cares why she was with you?
Yeah, you got her.
Were you really upset when she broke up with you?
Well, yeah, I was trying to work it out, but...
Were you in love?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know, anymore. I guess I was.
Right. Well, I hope you rise to the top, and then you can tell her.
That's right. You can spit on her.
Right. So anyway, you're wondering why Cope is he's really looks like he's got a major injury on his lip.
Yeah.
So Cope is one of these guys. I guess he wants to be eccentric. He wants to be a little different. So
got to be a little quirky. He's an actor.
Right. So instead of having a cat or a dog, he's one of these people that has an iguana.
No.
Yeah, he has.
Because I know he had ferrets for a while.
Did you have a ferret? And you had to get rid of those because they became illegal in New York, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
He had
they
a
were
ferret.
also trying to eat him.
A ferret was a rodent that would keep biting him, and it's not any kind of pet. So he's one of these guys who goes out and gets an iguana. That's like the new rage.
He's been attacked by the iguana.
This is the second time he has been bit on the lip.
I don't learn.
By an iguana.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? You kissing the iguana?
No, that was the first time I was bit. I don't kiss him anymore.
Since the girlfriend left, this is the only...
You gotta kiss the iguana.
Well, literally, it's like my...
What happened to you, man? How did this... It's all over your lip.
Trying to... Yeah, it's the whole lip gut, the bottom lip gut torn off. But
torn?
Yeah, it's all... Do you see the stitches all through his lip?
Deep stitches, the whole thing. I still made it to work.
What did you try to do? How did the iguana get to your mouth?
Well, I was trying to give it some vitamins, and it was kind of...
Why are you giving it vitamins?
To make it healthy.
Oh, God.
It seems like it's pretty healthy. It attacked you.
Yeah, it's pretty...
a safer pet would be if you bought a rhino. No. I mean, at least they are a little docile.
Stick with those girls who want you for your family.
Yeah, let them bite your lip. So what do? You feed them vitamins, and all of a sudden, as you were feeding...
All of a sudden, it just kind of lunged at me.
Yeah, you got to understand something.
This is not an animal that's going to love you.
Yeah, a dog recognizes you. A cat recognizes you. An iguana... Please, people at home, listen to this.
Food. You're on the food chain.
Iguana is almost a rat. An iguana is like a long-tailed rat, a rodent. And these are things that must live in the jungle. I don't even think they're indigenous to this.
They're not supposed to be with people.
They're not supposed to. This is incredible. And
the iguana was perfectly right to bite Coppola.
Did you kill the iguana?
No, I wouldn't kill an animal. But the thing is, this was not an iguana that I raised. The ones that I raised from baby are docile and tame. This one was something somebody gave me because they felt sorry for me because one of my other ones died. And of course, now it gets me.
You're telling me that if you raise an iguana, it's different?
Yeah, it's docile.
This iguana is the one that bit you twice.
No.
No, what happened to the docile one that you raised that bit you the first time?
That one, I bought that as an adult, and it was a bitter lizard.
Oh, jeez.
He's crazy.
Lizard.
I don't know what he's into over there. My theory is the iguana was upset that Cope's family didn't give it a part in its latest movie.
The iguana, too, said you're a loser, your family doesn't give you work.
Right. I can't believe your ex-girlfriend...
I'm hopeless.
I can't believe your ex-girlfriend said that to you.
Well, she did.
She was that obvious about it, huh?
Well, no, she said to me that, I know you're going to think this and all that, and it's not true, but if you got to tell your family that so they can hate me, that's fine, too.
I see.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but...
You got a girlfriend now?
Yeah.
Oh. And who's Nick's girlfriend, Nick Cage?
I can't discuss his personal business.
Isn't it somebody really big? Who is it, Fred?
He's dated everybody. Didn't he even date Cher for a while? I don't know.
He might have gotten her. He nailed Cher, right? Does he ever tell you?
No, I can't.
You talk to him? How often do you see him?
I see. Well, not that often. I saw him when he came to town here.
See, what Cope is saying now is that if he ever wants to talk to his brother again, he can't disclose any information about
it. He was just in the paper with somebody.
He was just in the paper with somebody.
I can't disclose any information on any of my family members.
Somebody's going to call in and tell us anyway.
I can't remember who he's with now, but I know he had a baby by some hot girl, too.
Oh, yeah?
Don't know anything about it.
His brother will bite him on the lip.
I'm not giving my opinions on anything. I learned that about Buttafuoco already, okay?
So where is the iguana?
The iguana is now in a cage.
You didn't kill it. He killed it. He threw it out. He threw it out the window. He threw it out the window, and the sidewalk killed it. The technicality.
No, because if you say that, the ASPCA will come up here and arrest Coppola.
No,
I wouldn't hurt an animal.
So you only get to see Nick Cage like twice a year or something like that, anyway, right?
Yeah.
Does your family have family gatherings?
We used to.
You know what's funny? Nick Cage thinks he's too good to hang with the Cope, and that's a sad statement.
That's his brother.
I hang with my sister. My sister has full access to me, and you only get access to your brother. If you went out to Los Angeles tomorrow and you said, "Hey, Nick, I need to live at your place for a month," would he let you?
Oh, yeah.
I doubt it.
Oh, yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Come on, you guys.
I'll bet you any amount of money.
Oh, come on.
I'll bet you any amount of money he wouldn't let you live there.
Because if that's the case, what are you doing here?
Because I'm working here.
I'm working here.
I had to get back on the air. I missed it.
And what do you don't see your Uncle Francis Ford Coppola? Isn't he living in Belize or something?
He was doing some stuff down there.
Yeah, but you don't see him.
I see him once in a while, yeah.
But at family gatherings, do you need a pass to get in?
And when will your brother be a guest on your radio show? Why is he never in?
Well, he's been in a few times.
Yeah, that was years ago.
No, but
before he made it.
Yeah.
No, he was in before I left the second time around.
What a drag. My thoughts and wishes go with you, Cope, that you have to live with this famous brother.
You have a rotten family.
And a famous uncle and a famous aunt and all that. I swear to you, I feel for you.
They should treat you like family no matter what you do.
Well, Howard,
I love you, and I don't care.
I asked you for a part in your movie, and you said, no, you got to get that from your family.
Right. Yeah, you don't expect me to do you any favors.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on.
Howard's as close to you as your family.
Yeah. I got to admit, for a comedy, you'd be pretty good with your lip like that. He's like Zeppo Coppola. He's like they've forgotten Coppola. And I'm going to tell you something. There's one guy who hasn't forgotten him. That's me.
Yeah.
That's right.
True. I'd say that's true, yeah.
That family of his is more cold-hearted than that lizard he's got.
They bite worse.
That Coppola family, he puts Nicholas in movies. He puts Aunt Tally in movies. He puts Uncle Pedro in movies. He puts everyone.
His daughter.
He put his father in the movie with the soundtrack. But Cope cannot get in a movie.
Didn't your father even get work from him?
Yes.
No.
He taught in one of the movies.
He taught
some of the kids. I'll tell you something. I don't care who you're related to. I don't care anything. You're my friend. That's it.
Okay.
All right, there you go. You got one friend who loves you for you. So talk to your uncle, see if he can get me in the movie. But the poor Cope is now nursing an injury. I wanted to explain. And Cope, of course...
and he is going to get rid of this iguana now.
Yeah. This one has to go back to the pet store.
Good. What is it, Gary? I have to take a break.
I was just looking on the wall. Do you want to hear a really interesting interview of Stuttering John interviewing Aunt Tally? It's very short.
All right.
I don't know if Mark ever heard this.
This is Talia Shire, Coppola's aunt, Mark Coppola, and Stuttering John together. Here we go. Let's listen to it together and see what it is.
Stuttering John here with Talia Shire.
Hi, Talia. Can I ask you a question with WXRK Radio?
Yes, I sure do. The Cope.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
I think exciting things are going to be going on with him.
Guess again. The most exciting thing that happened is his lip got bit by an iguana.
She's no psychic.
Yeah. She's not part of that Psychic Friends network, is she?
How do you think Francis Ford Coppola has lost his movie making touch?
He hasn't.
Yeah, well, thank God for Cope he has. Can you imagine it?
Yeah, if everything was as great as The Godfather, it'd be unbearable for you.
I hear Francis Ford Coppola's trying to get a disc jockey job here.
How come Francis doesn't put Mark in any of his movies?
Oh, he has.
No, I mean like a real part.
A real part.
I mean like a good part.
Okay, now
See? We stick up for you.
We're trying to get you work.
Right. That's unbelievable. We said to Talia Shire, how Cope is in it.
A
See?
good part.
They pull her right away. You see how they're pulling her away?
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Talia, how much, I'm stuttering.
Believe me, Francis Ford Coppola's last two movies went into the toilet. Cope was doing a jig, a dance, like this, the Heine dance. Heine dance. Cope, I want to say something. I'm your friend. Thank God you're back at this radio station. I think it's refreshing to have you here. I'm a big fan of yours.
I like hearing you on the air.
Well, it's good to be back here.
And you can come to me no matter when, and I'll make fun of you no matter how your career is going. I don't care, all right? I enjoy making fun of you, and I'll always like making fun of you, and that's the end of it. And if you see your brother, beg him to come on the show, please. And
he didn't come, huh?
No, he's afraid of me. I don't know.
He said he was going to come.
Big pussy. Sure. Big pussy. All right, anyway, did you get to meet Bridget Fonda?
Yes.
How's that up close?
She's great. Something else.
Couldn't get. Would she go with that guy with the red hair?
That not Mask.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's that guy.
What's his name?
Eric Stoltz. She's hot, man. If you could get in a good movie like your brother, you'd get her. What is it that where one brother gets all the breaks and the other one doesn't?
Yeah, but he's the brother.
Well, that's the great American society. You have the Clintons, you know.
Yeah, but even the Baldwin brothers would get different parts.
Yeah, look at that whole
That's
family.
That's like the only
gets
family
work.
that does, though. There's Adam Arkin, and there's his brother that doesn't get any work.
I see.
There's Dennis and Randy Quaid.
Bill and Roger Clinton.
But Mark is the better-looking one.
Well, thanks,
the older one. I don't understand how he got passed over.
Well, you know what it goes back to? Somebody that was directing my last play met Francis in New Orleans and said, I'm directing your nephew in a play. He goes, Mark, fine boy, great disc jockey, loved radio. His first love was always radio. And every time I tried to say something to him about acting or movies, he'd say, love that radio.
Yeah.
Like he sees me as DJ and DJ alone. Period. The end.
May we put underneath Mark on the E! Show, Bitter Man?
Yeah. Because now when you read about Nicholas, he talks about how, he wanted nothing more than to act all of his life. And when he started watching TV and movies, he saw this and said he wanted to do this, so he'd run around pretending to be people.
So what you're saying is that if Mark had run around like an imbecile his whole life, screaming, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actor, Francis might have taken him serious. Instead, he ran around going, I want to be on radio, I want to be on radio.
And they took him seriously, too.
It's a sad story, Cope, and listen, we're all with you. I hope your lip heals so you don't look funny.
Yeah, because as an actor, you don't need...
No, I know. I mean, I have no luck anymore.
If you could have one wish, would it be to switch lives with your brother Nick?
Absolutely not.
If you could right now, I could grant you a wish.
Don't edit that either. No.
If I could, I'm not going to edit it.
This is a live program.
I can't edit it. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't want to switch positions with anybody in my family, to be honest with you.
I see.
I just wouldn't.
Really? Why?
Well, it's quality of lives. Regardless of money or anything, I think that I have a better quality of life than most members in my family. I don't know. It's
really
my personal feeling.
Well, that's a pretty sad statement.
Yeah, I wonder what their lives are like.
Well, I think they all have good lives, but
I guarantee you, if I was a genie and I could switch Nick with Mark, Mark would do it.
No.
Because I have this vision.
I believe you would.
Sometimes, I flash on what I think Mark's
Don't be ashamed.
off-the-air life is like.
But that's wrong.
Don't be ashamed.
No, it's dead wrong.
Don't be ashamed.
Howard.
There's nothing wrong with
Excuse me,
wanting
Mark.
your brother's life.
I don't want it, though.
Being in movies with Bridget Fonda, all the top actresses, all that Cher.
No.
You don't
Laura
want that.
Dern.
I don't want
All
his
that
life.
recognition,
You don't want his life?
money.
No.
Raise your right hand.
Who would want that?
Repeat it to me. Mark Coppola.
Mark Coppola.
Swear to my Lord Jesus Christ.
Swear to my Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ and
Everyone else.
He has
Everyone
other
else.
lords.
Who is your other Lord?
well, I
Buddha?
Ramses?
I know.
Who is your other Lord?
Francis Ford.
Who is your other Lord?
The king of
I
Wizards.
split it between Western and Eastern, so I'm.
Oh, Buddha.
Yeah, but I'm also Western too.
You even pray to that loser Buddha?
No, Kuan Yin.
Oh, Kuan Yin.
Kuan Yin,
You're praying
not
to
even
Kuan
Buddha.
Yin. But only Cope would find Kuan Yin. He's only going to split his lip. Yo, Kuan
I
Yin.
know, I'm gonna laugh.
Where did you find Kuan Yin?
Through my kung fu studies.
Kung Fu.
Oh, you are
you learning Kung Fu? Maybe I should make fun of him. I'll kick my ass. Are you now into Kung Fu?
I've been doing that for 4 years.
And Kuan Yin is your god?
No. There is God, and then there is there's the other people.
Where did he think of Kuan Yin?
Yeah.
Why not pray to Hop Sing from Bonanza? There's a guy at least you got a picture of.
Yeah, would you
Look,
find
I'm
him
not
in a
going to get
fortune
into my...
cookie?
Kuan Yin is a god, or is
Goddess.
he
A goddess.
a goddess? That's a woman, Kuan Yin?
Yeah.
You pray to a woman?
Goddess of mercy. Mercy.
You are never going to get a role in a movie. You pray to Kuan
No,
Yin.
that's not just...
You believe God is Chinese?
No.
Oh, my Lord.
You think he's not?
Of course not. God is
Hold
Chinese.
on. I don't...
God.
Look,
You think God is
going in
Chinese?
a direction here that I don't want to go in.
Oh, yes, we're
Oh,
going.
we wanna
We're
talk
going.
religion with you.
We're going with. I got to talk religion. You are saying that that a
No, I'm
Chinaman,
not.
China woman, is a
What
god?
do you do to Kuan Yin?
Kuan Yin is like would be like your saints.
Can I
And
see
so
why
you got a
patron
statue of
saint.
her with some money.
Do you have
under
a
it?
statue
I have
of Kuan Yin?
Yes, I
You
have
do.
a statue of Buddha, and I have a statue of Jesus Christ, and I have all the various statues.
Is that right?
I am now siding with your family. You are not to be in any movies. That is it.
You know what? I never pictured an altar in your place of
Come on, you guys.
abode.
Kuan Yin. No wonder he can't get a role.
Statues, Howard. Can you imagine
Oh.
these statues? You walk into Coke Break.
Are you
pictures.
saying Kuan Yin lived on this planet or never did? She was God in
Is
heaven.
he a myth?
No, that's Chinese folklore would be that she lived on this earth at one point.
Well, why
but
would
then
you
she
switch from
became
Jesus to
No,
Kuan
I
Yin?
didn't switch.
But how can you have many gods? If you're into Jesus,
No,
you got to see
No,
Jesus
there,
as God.
There is one God. But what I'm saying is...
Who
that
is
there-
God's son?
What, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
And who is Kuan Yin? His daughter?
One of Jesus' girls?
What
Who
is that?
Kuan Yin?
I think it's one of his brother's girls. Kuan Yin. She was with Susie Chang.
Who had the baby?
See, now I got to go deal with this.
No, who is Kuan Yin? Now I got to go
I
deal
bet
with
you his
it.
family doesn't know he's into this kooky stuff. They'll
wa-
come get you.
Once they find out, they're going to lock you in a mental institution.
Kuan
Kuan Yin is
Yin.
the goddess of mercy.
See what people are getting into? You see what's happening?
This is when you don't have a job, you get into
Yeah.
Kuan Yin.
If you could work,
I would venture to say
I
that's
guarantee you
probably
your
true.
brother Nick Cage is not into Kuan
That's
Yin.
right, he's busy.
He isn't into anything with a Kuan in it.
But no, I wouldn't. But to answer your question,
Yeah.
I wouldn't switch lives with anybody in my family. Period. The end.
Right, because of Kuan Yin.
No, just because I'm into my
Kuan Yin
own
told him
things.
not
and
to.
Oh, man.
I didn't say that, Robin. You said that.
Do you speak to Kuan Yin?
No, I
Do you
don't
go to a special Buddhist temple?
Do you chant to
Sometimes,
Kuan Yin?
Sometimes.
What do you do to Kuan Yin? You chant to her?
Are
Can
you
we-
into Nam
can we
Yo
see
Ho
that-
Renge Kyo?
Sometimes.
Ooh.
Can we? None of it's working, by the way. You're playing all the wrong gods. I got to have a talk with you. Would you? How do?
No, I'm not going to
do some of this Kuan Yin.
No, I am not going to do this.
Pray to Kuan Yin in front
I'm
of me.
not doing this.
What? You embarrassed?
I'm not going to
Are
do
you
it.
proud of your religion?
Get down
I'm
on
not
your
gonna
knees.
Get on your knees and pray to Kuan Yin, boy. Are you crazy? Oh, Kuan Yin. Oh, Kuan Yin. I love you, Kuan Yin. Please,
Probably saying all this in some foreign language he doesn't even understand.
please take away my brother's fame and give it to me. Kuan Yin. Hoo-ga-boo. Hoo-ba.
Do you chant with other people?
Yum yo say, yum mum re.
But you
Yum.
stand in front of this altar and do this in your house?
I hope they get videotape of that.
Can we videotape it?
Kwon Yo say, please, please, Kwon Chen.
Bust my lip here.
What's her name again?
Kwon Yin.
Please, Kwon Yin. Please throw little Chinese stars at Nikki's career. Kwon Yin, wasn't she in the Joy Luck Club? Kwon Yin.
I think she's Madam Butterfly.
Oh, man. Please, Kwon Yin, make my brother Nicholas balder than a crystal ball. Please, please, let all the hair fall out of his head.
Howard, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Kwon Yin,
I'm going to get 3 more stitches.
Kwon Yin, I'm the only guy on earth praying to you. Please. I have
You
never...
are mine, Kwon
There are
Yin.
Chinamen calling the station now going, who is Kwon Yin? Jesus, Cope dug her up. You know what it is? Everyone wants, this is the problem.
You know what?
Everyone wants their own special God.
That's right.
Everyone.
And you know what Kwon Yin is?
That's not God.
Cope found her in one of those little restaurants. She's that thing with, you know, they have straws in her back and you drink out of her.
Yeah, Kwon Yin. Did you, is that What is going on, Cope? You're losing your mind over there.
Yeah, it came out of Kung Fu. Don't ask me.
Really?
Yeah.
Kung Fu.
It's part of Kung Fu, man. That's all.
All of a sudden now, I thought that was a way to box. Now it's a religion?
Kung Fu. It's a way to beat up people. Now all of a sudden they're putting religion in it. You know, I ought to kick your ass just for beating into that. I just ought to you know what? The guy probably studied 10 years ago over and punch him in the head. Watch him pass out.
Come on.
Oh, ooh.
Come on. Yeah, you got it.
There you go. I got that.
Now he's the Karate Kid.
Come here. I'll break your fingers.
No, you got to hold the fingers in like this.
I know how. Come here. Come on, let's go. I'll punch in your lip.
No, not again.
Okay. So does Kwon Yin, what Robin said is true, does Kwon Yin's statue come with a colorful little umbrella? A little parasol?
That's right.
Actually not, no. Look.
Hey, Kwon Yin, if you're listening, please, I beg of you, kick Cope in the head and bring him back to his
Wait a
senses.
minute, wait a minute. You know what you should ask Kwon Yin?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Mark Coppola?
Yeah, Kwon Yin, who is God would you rather be, Nicolas Cage or Mark Coppola? What's that? Oh, Nicolas Cage. I heard Kwon Yin and she speaks. Well, Cope, listen, obviously you're looking for different kinds of pets. You're looking for... Everyone wants their own God. No one is satisfied with the Lord Jesus Christ because...
He's good enough for me.
Yeah, good enough for me. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about Jesus. Everyone's tired of Jesus, so they're looking for a new kind of thing. It's like an iguana. Everyone's tired of a dog and a cat.
That's right.
So they go out and get these iguanas, and look what happened to your lip from the iguana, and wait till you see what this Kwon Yin
Well, look
does
at what's
to you.
happened to your career because of Kwon Yin.
Yeah. I blame Kwon Yin for your career, and I blame that iguana for your lip. Is Kwon Yin the top god, or does she have bigger gods in her family? Is she like you? In other words, it's people who eclipse her in the family.
God on the throne.
You're getting deep, Howard. That's a little deep.
I think Kwon Yin is like Cope. Anyway, Kwon Yin, whatever. Listen, I don't want to put down a man's religion. There's freedom of religion in America. If you're into Kwon Yin, that's your thing. I think you'll be out of it in a few months. I think Kwon Yin will abandon you like that girlfriend.
But I
How
didn't say
did
that.
he says he doesn't go anywhere to work. Where did he find Kwon Yin? And who told him?
Here's what happened. He goes to karate school, and the karate kung fu, and the karate teacher says, oh, yes, there's a great Chinese myth of God, Kwon Yin. So Cope goes to the library or something, buys a book on Kwon Yin, and now he's a disciple of Kwon Yin. And he'll be out of this in 6 months. Nobody worry about Cope.
Yeah.
He's fine. He'll be out of it. He goes through phases. For a while,
Because I have the fear that tomorrow he'll be walking down the street and the Dianetics people will go.
No. If Scientology gets... Even Cope thinks Scientology is weird.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, if the Scientologists get a hold of Cope, we'll never see him again. I am making sure they don't get to you. I have an armed guard in front of his house. Well, anyway, Cope, let me just say, it's a pleasure having you here.
Well, thanks.
You are the brother of Nicolas Cage, that is true, but I always think of you as Mark Coppola. I don't bring that up too often.
All the time, Howard.
Thank you for sharing your story about the iguana and Kwon Yin, your new god for the week.
No, I didn't say that there's a new god.
Well, your old god.
There's
your
a
goddess.
new god in town.
Yeah, and she's
Kwon Yin.
and she's feeling good. You know, I studied Kwon Yin for a few years. Oh, yes. And I remember the chant.
This kept from me.
Here, let me chant for you
All
in
right,
the religion known as Kwon Yin. Oh, Wata. Oh, Wata. Oh, Wata Gusayam. Thank you. Oh, thank you, the great Kwon Yin. I'm so confused. I'm confused as can be. I am praying to Kuan Yin. Everyone quiet. Cope, don't laugh at me. I'm praying to my God. I'm so confused. There you go. Well, anyway, the great Cope.
Look at he's spraying now.
He's spraying us Kuan Yin now.
I'm dying now.
No, you're not. It's so great to have Cope back.
Yeah.
I missed him. I love him. I love him on the air. You should always listen to him.
Always been fun.
I just got a year of abuse from you.
I know.
We haven't seen you in a long time.
I got a year of abuse.
It was all stored up.
But the Cope has hurt his lip because of the iguana. If I may say something to the audience at home, do not get caught up in these pets. These ridiculous pets that need to, these are meant to live in the jungle. Where are they indigenous to, the iguana?
Virgin Islands, Central America, and Mexico.
And besides indigenous, where do they usually live? Virgin Islands, Mexico.
Yeah, but they're extinct in all these areas. People have been eating them.
Well, whatever. Listen, maybe that's what it's best. Obviously, they're eating you now. They've switched ties here in this country. But I want to say, please do not bring these animals into the home. A dog, a cat, okay. But these iguana are not meant to be caged in somebody's house. Are they caged?
Well,
I mean, what can you do?
Obviously
Can you
not.
pet an iguana?
Yes, you can if you raise it from babyhood.
Well, then do that or something.
Yeah.
But please, get a dog or a cat. There's so many of them out there that need homes. And to get into this exotic thing because you want to be different.
No, I'm allergic to hairy animals. That's why I went with a hairless animal.
Well, that's why you
I
can't go
noticed
near.
that you're-
That's why you can't go near your uncle.
You have a problem with hair.
Yes. Cope is allergic to hair. I'll tell you who's allergic to hair is your brother. All right. Anyway, listen.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to the great Cope. It's a pleasure to have you back here on the radio station in New York. I happen to think you're an exceptional disc jockey, even though your family doesn't understand what you're doing. And congratulations to your brother, Nicolas Cage, and your uncle, Francis Ford Coppola, your aunt, Talia Shire, and, of course, the great conductor in your family, the great Carmine Coppola. And, of course...
He's dead, you know.
Yes.
Well,
a number of years ago.
Yeah, well, we still recognize
We still wish him well.
Right. And I want to thank the Cope for stopping by. And later on in the show, again, we will list all of the women that his brother gets.
That's right.
That's right. Did he ever share? Do you know? Would you know? If
I wouldn't know.
You never did? What did you say?
I'd say that's a yes.
I never see his name on her list.
What do you mean?
When they're listing who she had, I never see Nicolas Cage.
There was a love affair there, I believe.
I don't know about that.
Blink once.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You just blinked. Thank you.
Oh, come on.
All right. Thank you for that tidbit. Do you get jealous when you... All right, I won't go through it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to sleep with Cher just to say you did?
Oh, come on.
All right.
Were you and your brother close at one time?
Sure, before he got famous.
Yeah. That's what I wonder. I
Way it
mean,
always
there's
goes.
a guy who was probably always on the phone.
Robin,
always hanging out with
please,
Mark.
I'm going to stop you. There's a lot of pain in the room. Okay, let's stop. Let's stop.
I just think
Man is
about
in
it.
pain.
And I get that picture of Mark sitting in an empty room, you know, with like a locker instead of drawers.
And Dart's throwing you pictures of his brother. But he does love his brother. He loves his family.
Yeah.
And,
I'm not.
in any other family in the world, he would be very famous.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Ever smell your brother's fingers after one of his famous dates?
Oh, God.
Go home, put that iguana in the microwave, slam the door, and put the temperature on high. All right? I'm looking at your lip there. Teach the damn thing a lesson. No, of course you're kind to animals. I know that, Cope. All right. The great Cope gets his share of women, too, believe me.
Yeah,
He's doing all right on his own. He's not sitting and hurting. And we want to thank the great Mark Coppola. And, Robin, I'll be back after these words.
Okay.
The Hauser Show.
You know, it occurs to me, Robin, that ever since I resigned from the governor's... I'll tell you about Letterman and everything that happened last night, but... It occurs to me that since I resigned from the governor's race, I have not even spoken with my running mate, Stan Dworkin.
Has he stopped calling you?
Well, no, he hasn't stopped. He just got back in town. I think we ought to put him on the air.
I was going to say, did you call him to inform him?
No.
Oh.
I don't do anything typically.
I see.
What am I going to call Stan
You just
for?
let him hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
You didn't have a... Look, his political fortunes rested with you, Howard.
That's exactly right. So what's the difference? That's a pretty
You
sad
think
statement.
you'd let him down easy.
Stan.
Yes, Howard.
I do apologize for not speaking to you in advance, but the decision came late at night, and, you know, I'm not going to wake you up out of bed.
You're like that vice president who doesn't know how the country runs.
I can see,
the president is killed.
Robin, I used to see that like all the time, like when Bush was Reagan's president, they kept him out. When Johnson was Kennedy, and I said, why can't these guys work together? Why don't they form a union? Why don't they talk with one another?
Shouldn't that guy know what's going on?
Yeah, work in tandem. And you know what? It just happens. You lose track of your vice president. It's the kind of thing like Stan was running around the bikini shows,
and he doesn't know what your platform is.
Yeah. Well, I went to Texas, a political contender, and I came back a has-been.
Yeah. Are the Libertarians thinking of running you instead?
Well, I'm not sure. I apparently they're as disorganized in this as they have been in some other things.
Yeah.
And they haven't been meeting or calling anyone to decide what to do. But when I came back, I heard your press conference, and I thought that there is one way to keep your platform alive, and one way to keep all the issues that you wanted in front of the public, and that's by your swinging your support to me. And if you swing your support to me, I will guarantee you that your platform will be spoken about and your platform will be put through if I become governor.
Yeah, but
and maybe that'll help the Libertarians decide.
Stan, I'm not voting for you. I'm not even voting for Stan. How can I support his platform? No, you want to know something? I have vowed to work for the Libertarians. I like the party, basically, and I like what they stand for. I mean, some of this stuff is kind of nutty, but most of it seems pretty rational.
They yell out those same things at the Republican convention.
Yeah, right. I mean, the Republicans...
They never make the real plan.
Yeah, the Republicans and Democrats have wacky stuff, too. So I have vowed to help them get the signatures so that they can be on the ballot. Mm-hmm. And I'm not backing out on the Libertarian Party. It's just, I don't know what's going to happen. Like Senator D'Amato was calling me yesterday. I'm supposed to have a telephone conference with him today.
I was going to say, you did say that you had a call from him the other day, and I didn't know whether that had continued or whether you had spoken.
We're supposed to speak today, and I think he's going to ask me to support the Republican candidate, Pataki.
I'm sure that's what he has in mind.
But I'm going to tell Senator D'Amato that, I don't know where I'm going at this point.
Well, you better get something for whatever you do.
Yeah, I want an appointment.
Appointment. Yeah, he'll give you an appointment. I'll see you at 3 o'clock today.
No, I want something.
You make sure that you wield your power well. You use
Robin,
it. You have it work for you.
I'm
Don't
sure.
You just, Senator Al is my friend, and you make sure you get something.
Yeah, maybe if there are a few bucks in it for me, I could swing my votes to the Republican. They got a pretty big war chest there. I could use a couple of $100,000.
Yeah, but look at it.
Can you believe it, Stan? We were up to 18 to 20% in the polls, and I really think with that kind of percentage and that kind of momentum,
this early on in the campaign,
I really do believe we would have won. I was on Letterman last night. I don't know if you got to see it, Rob.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, and I said to Letterman goes, well, gee, were you really serious? I don't think you were serious. I swear on a stack of Bibles. People can't, people think because I'm a disc jockey it was a stunt. It never was a stunt. I was very serious about running. I really just couldn't find a way. And
Dan, did you think he was serious?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he knew I was. And I'm going to tell you another thing about it. I was laying in bed last night, for once not masturbating. I did masturbate, but that happened later on in the evening.
Well, I don't think you should be governor if that's what you're doing.
Well, believe me, I bet you the governor does it. I
can't see Cuomo doing that.
I was laying in bed last night. And I said, I probably should have filled out the disclosure form and just kind of fudged it,
Right.
Messed it up. What are they going to do? I would have said at the end, I didn't know how to fill it out.
What are they going to call that credit rating service?
Yeah, I guess I should have done that, but I just know in my case they're going to really go over every document. If I had somehow lied on that financial disclosure,
you can't lie, huh?
The reporters are going to go over my financial disclosure thing just to figure out what the hell I have.
And if you are lying, it makes you look like you've got something to hide.
Yeah, so it's just like I know I can't lie. I mean, I know I can't because I'll get caught. It's the same way, like if I cheat on my wife, I'll get caught. I know that.
Well, you've got such a schedule, you can't.
Right. I can't even cheat on my wife.
That's right. How are you going to explain what you were?
I just know that every woman would tell. You know what I mean? I know women, and I know the scoundrels that they are.
And you would tell, too.
Right. Sure. I can keep a secret, especially as big a one as that.
No, you couldn't.
And it's the same thing. I know that if I ran for governor and I filled out one of these financial disclosure forms and I fudged it a little, I know that mine would really be gone over with a fine-tooth comb. I know it. And you know it too, Robin.
Howard, there were reporters. You would have been standing in a line of reporters trying to get to file.
Yeah, and despite what Fred Dicker keeps writing in this column, he just doesn't have it right. I'm telling you, you have to. I've gone over this 20 times.
People never consider that it's you.
Yeah.
And that you are different. Look at this. Nobody else has Pataki filed. Does anybody care?
Pataki hasn't filed. I don't think Cuomo's filed. Cuomo was filed late many times.
That's what I hear.
Yep.
Nobody sent me the form yet.
And nobody cares if you fill out the form.
I guess not.
As a matter of fact, most politicians don't even fill out the form and are never prosecuted. Never. But I would have been prosecuted. I know it.
And you better not file late.
Some DA would have loved to have made his name after going after Howard Stern. So that's where it's at. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what newspaper column you read.
And it doesn't matter how many times they say we already know.
Yeah.
There would have been a list
in
the paper of everything you wrote.
You work with me. Do you know what money I have in the bank?
No.
Yeah. So how do they know?
But I'm just saying, if you had filled that out, there would have been someone there to write down. And yet every one of them has written, what difference does it make?
Yeah. Well, and obviously none of them will tell you what they make. David Hinckley wrote something negative about me today. He won't tell you what he makes.
No, he didn't disclose anything.
No, if he's so brave, disclose something about yourself. Disclose something about your sex life. I've seen that guy's face. I'm sure he's not getting laid a lot. You know, let's hear what's going on in your life. Everyone's so friggin' open. They think it's so easy to be open. Let's see him do it. Just go ahead. Put your money where your mouth is.
They're all scoundrels.
Yeah, all these guys are writing articles, never put in the paper what they make.
They're never on the line.
No. Well, they'll tell you they're not running for office. So I was, and I didn't realize how extensive it was. I was under the impression, like Fred Dicker, that you just check off a box that you make more than a certain amount of money. It's not that way.
Stuttering John thought it was odd that you didn't want your children to know how much you made.
Of course not. Absolutely, that's the worst thing in the world.
What difference could that make, Robin?
Makes a big difference. It's the difference between... My kids are incredibly unspoiled, I think. Everyone who knows my kids knows that they're pretty normal kids. If kids grow up thinking that their father's going to provide for them for the rest of their life, they'll never do anything.
Well, I tried to explain that to John. I said it could be the difference in them going out and trying to do something on their own.
Right.
Or just saying, I don't have to do anything because Daddy will support me.
Yeah, or ending up like Johnny Carson, supporting his kids, you know?
Yeah, he's got to give them a yearly salary.
Yeah.
Or OJ, his kids are on payroll.
I mean, I'm just not... I have a whole different game plan for my kids. You know what? I'm going to tell you a little story. I make my kids chip in for pizza.
Oh.
All right, there you go.
How are they going to chip in? They got jobs.
Well, they're going to have them if they want pizza.
You're giving them loans.
So, Stan, I don't know. Stan, get back to me. Let me know what's going on, if they're supporting you or what.
All right, I'll give you a call.
Because that would obviously...
Thing, Howard.
Yeah.
I heard you in your press conference talk about trying to fight the financial disclosure form, and I happen to agree with you. It's nobody's business knowing how much money you have in the bank.
Thank you.
When I become governor, if I do become governor with your support,
yes.
I will work to modify the rules regarding financial disclosure. So if you want to run against me and throw me out of office the next time around, then you can do that.
All right, very good. Thank you, Stan.
That's a fine offer.
Stan's a good man. He really is, and I couldn't have found a better running mate. Well, I could have if somebody else would agree.
I wanted to point out to the Libertarians, was the day after you resigned,
yes,
there wasn't a soul at their office trying to figure out what they were going to do next.
No one cared. And let me say something about Stan. Stan was a great running mate. I really could not have found a better running mate. Really, Stan, I mean that.
Well, thank you, Howard. That was nice of you to say.
All right, Stan, and I know you have plans of running for governor, and I'm glad of that. And, hey, Stan, does the word delusion ring a bell? All right, very good. Thank you, Stan.
Sure
the great
thing,
Stan Dworkin, ladies and gentlemen, the next governor of New York. Guy still thinks he has a chance.
I know, when he says those things, I sit there and I say, he looks like a reasonable man.
Well, he looks
like he has it on the ball.
Listen, he saw he was close. He was 18.
I think he's a little punchy still from the after effects.
He's depressed because we gave him a makeover. How's he going to pay for that now?
He can't keep that up.
He can't maintain that haircut and those suits. Good old Stan. Anyway, let me take a short break here, Robin. I'll get right back to the show. I'll tell you about my night at Letterman.
Yeah.
And other things. There's plenty going on this morning.
Yeah, I didn't get to see you yet. I have it on tape.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you all about it when we get back.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
another big story. Howard Stern says yes to just about everything, but today he is saying no to running for governor. It is the end of his candidacy on the Libertarian line. Stern made his announcement on the air, saying he will not go along with a law requiring him to disclose his finances. Doug Johnson joins us now with details. Doug.
Well, Roz, Howard Stern has said over and over again that his run for governor was serious. With its platform of pro-death penalty, more toll takers, and nighttime road repair, he said he really wanted to make things better. Despite reports that the Libertarian Party was having a difficult time getting petition names, Stern says he's dropping out because of some political facts of life.
Howard Stern doesn't hold very many news conferences, and when he does, he often holds them on his radio show. Usually, he is chiding others or making jokes. Today, he had serious things to say, even if his announcement included a joke.
Anyway, with much regret, I have to tell you now that I am resigning from the campaign. I am stepping aside, but I will run for Pope.
Outside the Howard Stern studio, there was a supporter collecting petition names for the Howard Stern run for governor on the Libertarian ticket. But inside, Stern was saying he wouldn't run because a judge had ruled he would have to reveal his income and net worth. Stern said he refused to do that and wanted to know why he should.
Will that help you in your decision as to whether or not you're going to vote for Pataki, Cuomo, or Howard Stern, how much money I have in the bank? I still don't understand it. How does that affect your decision?
The Libertarian Party has never received so much attention, where the members feeling a bit let down that Stern was out of the race.
I wouldn't say that he let me down, but I know a lot of us who worked very hard in this campaign are disappointed that he's not going to continue.
Stern seemed rather hurt that he was being asked to reveal his financial information after being what he felt was completely honest about everything else.
I told you I had no political experience. I told you that I am not qualified to be the governor. I told you I only have 3 stupid items in my platform. I told you that I will serve only until I get you the death penalty, and then I will resign.
This afternoon, Governor Cuomo gave this reaction to Stern withdrawing from the race.
It proved that the system was available. You know, people said, well, he's this or he's that, but it shows you can get in. The fact that he didn't get in now denies us, you know, the right to say, see, it's easy to get in.
Stern says he may take a look at being a write-in candidate, but says that after hiring 3 law firms to research his chances of successfully appealing the court ruling on finances, he feels he's lost the fight and he's out of the race. Greg, Ruz?
And so it goes. Doug, thanks.
So it goes. Doug, thanks.
Who cares?
And so it goes.
What's the next story?
And so it goes.
I have a couple of things to point out about that particular report.
Well, my first thing I want to point out is I think Governor Cuomo might be going senile. I don't know what he said.
He talked in one big circle.
Yeah.
I think it shows that the system is available, and the fact that he now didn't get in denies us the opportunity to say that the system is available.
Yeah, I don't know what Cuomo has got so many words. I don't know what he's talking about.
This is our considerate, contemplative governor.
And by the way, what it shows you is that the system doesn't allow people in.
Absolutely.
It kept me out because I have to disclose information that I don't want to disclose, and I think the public should be able to. I think the public should be able to say, okay, this guy doesn't want to disclose. We'll decide whether we want to vote for him anyway.
That's right. We'll ask him later whether he's got any conflict of interest or anything that we should know about if he gets in. But what the governor failed to realize is that the system is closed.
Yeah. Hey, what's cool about that report is Doug Johnson is the guy he's an old-time reporter and stuff, and he hates being here covering me.
Yeah, he'd like to be on real news.
Yeah.
He hates that you're real news. But that was the other thing I wanted to point out. Doug Johnson starts off the report by saying Howard Stern doesn't give many press conferences. Like you should be giving press conferences.
I know.
Who are you?
I'm the president.
Why should you be giving press conferences?
You know, President Clinton's only had 2 press conferences. It's like, well, Howard Stern has only had 2 press conferences. Why is that? Why are all these guys not giving enough press conferences? Howard Stern doesn't have press conferences.
Disc jockey holds press conferences?
None. 0. There hasn't been another disc jockey press conference ever.
Howard doesn't hold many press conferences. You've had far too many for what you do.
Yeah. 1 is too many. Well, I won't discuss my finances. And I can tell you one thing. Stuttering John has a better salary than Doug Johnson at this point. Yeah, it's pretty wild. The whole political scene, Robin. You know, there's a lot of wild things that go on with us. I'll get to my Letterman analysis in a second. But,
can you give me an overall grade?
On Letterman's performance or mine? You know what's funny about going on the Letterman show?
What?
What's funny about going on the Letterman show is I realize that I am the one who was evaluated, not Letterman.
No, he's got the job.
I am consistently...
You seem to be applying.
Yeah, I am consistently good on these shows, and yet it really is incumbent upon the host to make you feel comfortable. And he is the one who brings out in you, he is the interviewer who allows you to do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I have a very strange thing with these interview shows. On Letterman's show, they don't really let me do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, when you see it, there's a woman who came up out of the audience, and I try to screw around with her, and Letterman literally holds me back. There's one point I want to do a striptease on the show, when you watch it, and I tried to do the striptease, and I go, Paul, play some strip music. Paul looked like a frightened man. I mean, like a child.
He didn't know what to do.
He was looking over at the producer. He was looking over at Dave. And as a result, they would not play any strip music. It's a very strange... On The Tonight Show, Branford will play the strip music. If I scream out, play some strip music. And Jay will sit down and let me do my thing. So it's very... When you go on the David Letterman show, it's very much his show. And
people are waiting to see what Dave wants, if Dave wants you to be able to do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. And on The Tonight Show, I find, if you're going to compare the two shows since they compete with each other, quite frankly, I'm sick of all these shows.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
There was no pre-interview of any sort?
No, no pre-interview, and it went much better. It was fine. In fact, they held me over for 3 segments.
Oh, very good.
The biggest part of this whole thing was that the guy from Frasier who was supposed to be on, the guy who plays Frasier's brother or something,
right?
They had to bump him. So Baba Booey was backstage watching him get bumped.
Oh, he was sitting there.
They were all in the green room.
Oh.
And the guy from Frasier, hey, Gary, come on in here and help me with this. The guy from Frasier, he seemed like a real uptight dude. What's his name?
Michael something or other, I think. I don't even, no one can remember his name. No, his brother.
David Hyde Pierce.
David Hyde Pierce. What a weird guy.
I do know that. I know that
he must have been real nervous or something.
He just flew from the Cape to do that thing last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad trip.
They flew this guy in from the Cape.
To sit in the green room.
To sit in the green room, and they bumped him. But let me tell you what happened. First of all, to do this Letterman show, you got to sit around. After we got done at the radio station, I went to the hotel.
What hotel did you stay at?
I prefer not to say.
Ooh.
I stayed at the Four Seasons.
I prefer not to say. I stayed at the Four Seasons.
Everyone wants disclosure from me. No, I'd be happy to say. It's a really nice hotel. I really like that place. So, I go over there, and now I've got to kill a couple of hours.
I was at the Four Seasons yesterday. We could have bumped into each other.
We could have rendezvoused. What were you doing there? Eating lunch or something?
No, I was there later.
Oh, what was going on?
It was my birthday.
And would you have a dinner there?
I didn't have dinner there, no. We stopped there for drinks.
Who's we?
My friends.
You don't even have any friends.
Thank you.
Who are your friends?
Were you out with Troy last night?
No.
Oh, now that's a birthday. You weren't with your man?
No.
Who were you with?
I was with Jimmy and his girlfriend Amanda.
Oh, your supposed brother?
My supposed brother.
Yeah.
A person who's very dear to me. Let's say that.
Robin brings this guy in.
This guy.
Doesn't look anything like her yesterday.
Who says he's got to look like me?
And she said, this is my brother, Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, your brother? I never heard of this one. Who is Jimmy the brother?
You never heard.
Then I come to find out, Robin, this is someone, her parents were foster parents for about a year.
No, they were foster parents for many years. There were many children who came through that house.
Well, anyway, this kid could be an imposter for all I know. But there were 3. All I know is for like 3 years, this guy lived in Robin's house.
He was not a guy. He was a baby.
He was 3 years old.
Yes.
And then a sad story, they took him out of the house one day. I guess Robin's parents didn't want to adopt this kid. And Robin had gotten attached to the kid. And they didn't want to adopt him, so they took him in a car, drove him to something called...
kidnapped him.
To Fantasyland. Enchanted Forest. Imagine the nightmares this kid must have. They drive him somewhere called Enchanted Forest. And his new adopted parents are there, and they just take him away. They don't explain anything. No one says goodbye to him.
Nobody explains anything to anybody.
No. Because it probably would have been a real hassle to say, hey, by the way, you're going to now be leaving the house after you live there.
They could have said something to me, don't you think?
Yeah, your parents never even said anything to you, right?
Well, nobody said anything to them much.
Right.
You know, it was just like, you don't have a choice. He's going.
How long was he gone till you realized he was missing?
No. I knew he was going the day they left.
I said, no.
I don't know. It just sounds very weird. But anyway, so they take this kid to Enchanted Forest, and to this day he cries when he sees a tree, I imagine. But anyway, this guy shows up. So Robin, of course, according to the story, the guy was tracked down by Robin. She got a Secret Service guy to track him down. She found him. She reunited with him just recently. So this guy is in here yesterday for Robin's birthday. He's a complete stranger.
To you.
To you two.
No, he's not.
And this is now Robin's brother, another brother I have to deal with.
What brothers have you dealt with so far?
All of them. Actually, she gets along best with this one because he left when he was 3.
I met one of your brothers. Nice guy.
Sure. And Howard has too.
Yeah, I met Harry. So Robin's got it. But this, the one I met was your real brother.
No, he's not a real brother either.
You're kidding. He's not biological?
Nope.
How many biological brothers and sisters do you have?
Oh, you met my older brother. He's a biological brother.
Yeah, him I know. See, he looks like you.
What's that got to do with anything?
You got so many brothers that don't even look like you. Anyway, it's her family tree is a mess.
It's bent backwards.
It's bent backwards. In fact, it's in surgery right now, back surgery.
You know, Robin's got all that money. She doesn't do anything with it. Could I be your brother?
Yeah, right.
You don't look like me, Gary.
I don't need to.
She's got brothers coming out of the woodwork. So anyway, so you went with him for your birthday, and who else?
And his girlfriend Amanda.
Right.
She was here.
She's cute, yeah.
Yes, and then my friend Laura, her sister Joy, and my friend Barbara.
Oh,
Laura the foot doctor.
Yeah, right. The one who
the
gives
reflexologist.
The one I wanted to get it on with.
They took me out to dinner last night.
Robin's got this friend who's like this foot person. Like she comes to whatever room you want and massages your feet.
Her name is Laura Norman.
Yeah. And she's really hot. Big cans, nice body. She's white. White woman.
She's a human being.
Says you.
She's that too, Robin.
She's hot. I mean, she's really good looking, and she's like into rubbing your feet, which I'm not into in the sense I enjoy getting it done, but I feel bad for the person having to rub my feet. Like, I know they chose it as a profession and all that, but it's got to be a pretty...
Do you feel bad for the microphone?
Come on, it's a pretty disgusting profession.
Do you think...
It's not disgusting. What do you do with your feet?
Oh, babe.
Do you think that the whole foot thing is almost like...
It's so servile.
But do you think it's like almost like prostitution? You know, like prostitutes, they pretend that they like doing it, but they really hate it?
Yeah, of course.
Now, stop that.
First
Laura
of all,
loves what
at least I'm a celebrity and I got pretty nice-looking feet. Imagine some of the feet she's got to do.
She did mine.
Yeah,
I mean, she had to do Baba Booey's feet.
Baba Booey's feet.
She did Jackie's yeast-infected feet.
Jackie has yeast toes.
She put a glove on those
all his
feet?
toenails are missing.
She loved my feet.
Yeah, she loved them all right.
She must have been drinking.
Believe me, that job is a whole step below shoe shine.
Oh.
So anyway,
She's a wonderful practitioner, and she loves what she does.
So I have a room in a hotel because we were taping a TV show that day, and this girl shows up, and this hot mama really cute, and she says, okay, get in the bed and get relaxed. If you want, you can take your pants off. And I'm like, yeah.
I want.
And she says, you get in bed, and I'll prop your feet up on the pillow, and just put the covers over you.
And she's single.
And she looks really like, and according to like what Robin tells me, you know, she's like one of those girls looking for a husband, right?
Well, she would certainly love to get married.
Right.
Sure.
Did you get the mystical music?
No.
He was in a hotel, so she didn't bring a whole sound system.
I got the sound.
Oh, did you?
Like sort of chiming.
Did you fall asleep?
I told you I was awakened several times by my own snoring.
And Baba Booey drools when he, you know,
out like
drowning.
A light.
When you realize she's not going any further north than your ankles, you kind of space out.
Yeah. Well, you want to know something? I think she had a crush on me.
She says you're her type.
Yeah, she gave me that whole, you told me the whole rap, so I said, this is it. I'm going to pretend I'm asleep, and she'll take advantage of me, and I'll,
My friends, come on.
Therefore, I'm not cheating because I was sleeping. I'll just pretend to be asleep, and I'll tell my wife, hey, I was sleeping. Like, that's a perfect situation.
Right, sure.
So anyway, she overpowered me. So I'm laying down.
She had me by my feet.
I'm laying down. I got my pants off, I think. Maybe I just rolled them up. I don't know.
I think you probably got under the covers.
No, I took my pants off waiting for something to happen, so I'm in my underwear. Were you in your underwear?
No, I was in my pants. I was like on the doctor's table.
Yeah, he went.
Oh, no, I was in the bed, okay?
This is very clinical at her place.
Oh, is it? No, I was in the bed. And then my feet are hanging out over the pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she just lifts the sheet and she starts, like, rubbing with hot oils and really adoring my feet. And I go, I know she's getting turned on. Now, I couldn't fall asleep because I'm waiting for something to happen.
No, wait a second. How did you know she was getting turned on?
Because in my mind, she was getting turned on.
Wait a minute. Didn't you tell me you opened your eyes and looked at her and you saw her, she had her eyes closed?
Yeah, she was like moaning and like, it looked like witchcraft.
Oh, you.
She's like, ooh, what a goose I have. You know, and she was rubbing and adoring the toes, and she really gets into it.
Yeah, I mean, it really is quite an incredible massage on the feet, isn't it?
I don't say no, but I just thought that, like, maybe she wanted me to make a move on her. But,
She wanted you to go to sleep.
Meanwhile, I couldn't sleep. I had a whole story going on in my head. I couldn't sleep during that.
It was the most relaxing hour I've ever had.
See, I can't sleep when somebody has to serve me. I'm very uncomfortable with that.
You're supposed to let go, and you won't.
I won't.
See, I didn't think of it as serving me. She was hitting the nerves through my entire body.
Yeah. No, you sleep at anything. You're just big and dopey, and you have nothing on your mind. Yeah, you sleep on planes.
I slept on a plane.
Yeah, and you drool. I sat right next to him while he slept and drooled.
You put Gary in a car. He's like a baby.
Yeah.
Whenever there's motion
He woke up once. He went. He goes, orange juice, and he smelled, and he drank the orange juice, and then went right back to sleep. So bored.
I was water, and I do remember because I remember
it was
drank
orange juice.
It was water. I drank it so fast it went down the side of my neck. You know when you can't get enough when you're so dry?
Oh, man. Because his teeth dry out his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Can you imagine that? The stewardess has to give him... We might as well drink from a trough.
Anyway, so let me tell you about Letterman. All right, let me take a break, and I'll tell you about Letterman, all right?
Okay.
I'll tell you why I don't like doing these shows anymore. Even though it was fun. I mean, you'll see it. You'll have a good time with it. It was. I mean, if they held you over for past two segments, you know you were doing good.
And let me just say one thing about Jimmy is now that you say there's a stranger came and had my birthday dinner with me.
Yes.
Suppose one of your children was taken away from you at the age of 3. They'd be a stranger to you at 27.
That's right.
But you still want to be with them.
This was not one of your children.
He felt like that to me.
I see.
I happen to know that you probably should lay off of this because I know that this was a big trauma in Robin's life.
Oh, please.
And
he doesn't have to lay off of anything.
And we'll probably lay off this.
Who is this defending me now?
When did you get in on the show? When did you become a partner in this show?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. You better lay off Robin.
This hurts Robin a lot. She told me.
Oh, it does not hurt her. So get over it.
It's going to take up a lot of chapters in the book.
Yeah, good. Well, this will help sell the book. We'll read about Jimmy.
Oh, boy.
Believe me, if Jimmy had lived there his whole life, she wouldn't be talking to him either.
He's so crazy. If Jimmy had lived with me his whole life, I would have raised him as my son.
Oh, your son.
How dare you?
That would have been good.
Yeah, look at you, Jackie.
A 14-year-old raising a son.
You would have been better off raised by wolves. Be quiet.
Oh, my God.
Talk families.
Well, anyway, whatever. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, right. Like I want that from you now.
All right, I'm going to take a break here, and then I'm going to come back and tell you about Letterman.
Okay.
And then I'll take some phone calls. Bobcat Goldthwait's going to stop off today. And maybe he'll finally talk about that fire incident on the Tonight Show.
We'll see. Just because this flies in the face of your theory of adoption, you don't have to take it out on me.
Doesn't fly in the face of it at all.
Oh, absolutely.
First of all, you didn't
I have a strong bond to this person, and he's not blood related.
No, you don't.
Right.
You think you do.
Sure.
Just looking for something to do.
Yeah.
You got a strong bond to your cats also.
No, I don't. Not this strong.
Right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, Jackie, you have your 78-minute comedy CD. It's $10 plus free shipping and handling. A lot of people enjoying that. Price includes 20-page Jokeland catalog called 1-800-323-5464. And Thursday night, August 25th at Rascals Comedy Club. It's Jackie in West Orange, New Jersey. And for information and dirty jokes, call 516-9221. All right, thank you, Jackie. There he goes, Jackie Joke Man. All right. Very good. Give that a rest. All right. Hey, just quickly, I want to comment in the newspaper today. Big picture now of Michael Jackson. He's now back to holding little kids. He's got a little kid here. I think this is some kid he's going to save his life or something.
Yeah, he's buying him a liver.
Yeah, well, he looks so happy. He's smiling, and he's got his hand. I guess he's wearing a glove there, and he's waving to the crowd. He's got the hat on. But standing next to him is Lisa Marie Presley, and it looks so much better now with Lisa in the picture. But
it's so ridiculous. What are we, stupid?
Who, me? No.
All of a sudden, Michael's a different guy now?
Well, hey, look, he's buying the kid a liver, except the difference is he's going to push it in himself. He's going to actually do the operation. So it's going to be wild.
But the idea is, okay, now I grab myself a wife. Now I'm going to go back to the little kids. And this major announcement that I'm buying this child a liver and will take care of all of his medical expenses. It just smacks
of a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Well, it's a funny thing. I wonder what goes on when Michael Jackson, he probably has handlers, people who handle his career. And all of a sudden he walks in and he says, all right, everybody, let's go. We're going to go visit kids. And they're like, here he goes with the kids. We told you no more kids. We don't want another photo with you and kids.
We want you to act like an adult.
Ixnay. Just be seen with Lisa Marie Presley.
Kids are in public.
We're gonna go visit kids. So I'm watching the news last night.
I'm not holding Lisa Marie. I'm holding a baby.
Yeah, I see him holding kids.
I've never seen him touch Lisa Marie.
Right.
I mean, they come down that plane, they're not touching. That kid, he's all wrapped around.
He never holds her like this. And then, after he gets into the hospital, he starts holding the kids, and I know the handlers must be going, Michael, why are we doing this?
Plus, that was supposed to be a press conference that turned to just a photo opportunity.
Yeah, they got to keep him out of these the photos with kids. Now he's got Lisa Marie standing there, but maybe it looks a little better. I don't know.
I'm not buying it.
And I think the handlers must go, okay, let's do some spin control. Quick, throw Lisa Marie next to him, quickly. And he's always standing on some balcony waving with the kid.
He's a king.
Yeah. He's always waving from a balcony. I can't find one friggin' balcony to wave from.
What's that kid doing up there on the balcony with him?
Yeah. I find whenever...
If that's a sick kid, shouldn't he be in a hospital?
Yeah, what's he doing out there? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Hey, I got to tell you this.
And why does that kid get the money for the liver as opposed to some other kid?
Who knows? Because Michael thinks he's cute. Here, I got to read you this. This is pretty wild. Then I'm going to take some phone calls. I'm going to talk about Letterman, and Bobcat's going to come in. We got a very full show. Listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. Librarian resigns over Howard Stern book. Do you know about this?
What is this about?
Okay. This is going to blow you away. I've been following this.
Is this just happening?
Yeah, I've been following this for a couple of weeks, but it finally came to a conclusion. This is from Weslaco, Texas, it's called. Weslaco. Howard Stern's private parts has cost a librarian her job in Weslaco, Texas. Now listen to this. Pam Antonelli bought a copy of Stern's racy biography for her library. City officials criticized her for that. It wasn't the first time she'd gotten in trouble. Antonelli also came under fire from the religious right for her choice of books. One member of the library board said Antonelli might have been a little too liberal for a small town. So you say, all right. So
I see how, at first I thought she was just not going to be associated with the book.
No.
But she's actually trying to bring the book into the library.
She went ahead and what she does is, I read another article about this. They didn't know the woman's job is to bring bestsellers into the library.
So people are able to read them.
She decided her job wasn't to evaluate content. Her job was to say, if it was that they wanted the bestsellers in the library, because a lot of people in Weslaco don't have a lot of money.
So they can come in and read it for free.
Yeah. So the woman goes ahead and sticks to the mandate. She doesn't try to be the arbiter of good taste. Now listen to this. So the town starts freaking out over my book. So you figure, wow, must be a pretty conservative town. So you say, what are the other books that they allow in?
Yes.
Listen to this. One of the books that that they approved, the town board said, we got to go over everything. So the town board goes over it, and one of the books that she approved was on women having their clitorises removed. They approved this. So a woman having her clitoris removed...
Clitoris?
I was about to call it an abbreviated version of clitoris, but that's probably perceived as wrong.
Yes.
Who knows anymore? And I'm trying to find the name of the book buried in this article because I was amazed by it. I don't know. But It was literally a book on clitoral removal.
How to do it?
Yeah, it was all about this, like, yeah.
Or how it's wrong to do it.
No, I think they were like, some places are into it, some people aren't into it.
Just the history of it.
Yeah. It was all about clitoral removal. And the town had no problem with that.
They said okay to that one.
Yeah. Personally, I'd rather read a book on how to find it.
That they wouldn't approve of.
I think I know where it is, but I'm not exactly sure.
I know.
So I'm basically in the general area.
I've heard the complaint. No.
Yeah. I swear to you, I think I know what it is. I never say to my wife, "Is this it?" Because you don't want to seem like you don't know what you're doing.
Something, since you're so smart.
Yeah.
Is it hooded?
Ooh, what? You're kidding. What do you mean hooded?
Oh,
I don't know.
Like
I don't know anything about it. I don't. I don't even know that about my wife. Well, and then she's like really turned on. So I must not.
Never looked to see, huh?
No, I'm not really into looking.
Oh, yes,
I hate the way it looks.
Oh, stop that. Why do you have all those pictures on the back of the door?
Those are different. I just do a general sweep of the area. It's like a military operation. All right, we're doing a sweep of the area. Anyway, how do you like that? What a bunch of hypocrites. Commission wants 30 books out.
You know, this is what is wrong with censorship, because you are the lightning rod. They don't even know what's in your book.
I know.
They just objected to Howard Stern.
City commissioners said Tuesday that sexually explicit and other dirty books should be kept off the shelves of the Weslaco Public Library.
Why? There are no novels with love scenes in them in that stupid library?
There's plenty of them. It's just me. I think we need to look at the way we're running the library, said Commissioner Charlie Krause, armed with a copy of the Howard Stern book, Private Parts. Krause described the book, which was purchased for the library, as, quote, not very good and, quote, nasty.
Who is he?
Yeah, he has decided it's not good for the whole town. Library Director Pam Antonelli said the book was brought to her attention in December, but at the time the matter was not on the library board's agenda, and board president Hank Page said it couldn't be discussed. The book was taken off the shelves on the board's recommendation, but cannot be checked out if requested by an adult, Antonelli said. Antonelli said she bought the book without knowing it might be objectionable. Later, she learned about the book from a television program. She says, and if I had seen the TV show first, I wouldn't have bought it, she said. But
now she's lost her job?
Yeah. Krause suggested that a committee help the library director keep up with new books to determine if they're suitable for a library.
And these are adults who can't go get this book.
Right. So, they formed a committee.
This is what they're busy with.
Yeah. And now they have the committee, and the committee gets a whole bunch of books, including mine. They say mine can't be in the library, but the clitoris books can be in. You figure it out. So, and I'm sure this guy who's deciding is the local cow butcher, wouldn't,
Yeah, I can't imagine what other great books he would object to.
Well, you know what it's like, too. It's this whole return to the Eisenhower era. It's incredible. I'm watching on TV these abortion kooks, the ones who don't want abortion. And they are racketeers. Remember when they used to do movies on the mafia, and the mafia would intimidate an entire neighborhood to get them to pay protection?
Sure.
This is what these abortion religious right a-holes are like. They did a report on 60 Minutes, but you've seen it all on TV. They go to a doctor's house. They begin to picket his house. They harass his children. They harass his wife. They make threats over the phone. They make threats they actually kill some doctors.
And the government does nothing about it.
The government sits idly, but this is racketeering. It is the same thing if the mafioso was sitting at your door saying, if you don't pay me protection, we're going to shoot your kids.
In business.
That's right.
We're shutting you down.
And this is racketeering. They remind me of the old mobs. It's a mob mentality, and it's unbelievable that this is being allowed to go on. While the federal government continues to persecute me for words that I've said over the radio, this is going on. This is why the government's full of crap. We're all full of it. You're sitting and worrying about how much money you make.
There's that one abortion clinic left in the state of South Dakota, and they're trying to force that one doctor to stop doing abortions because then South Dakota would be the first abortion-free state.
Yeah.
And they'll do anything.
Now, mind you, the law says you can have an abortion, but these people have decided to change the law on their own, and it makes me ill.
But they're not changing the law. They're just closing down.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They've taken the law into their own hands.
Absolutely.
And nobody does anything. This guy who just killed the abortion doctor should be mutilated. That's what they should do to him. What is it?
I was just going to let you know that Bobcat's here.
Oh, tell him to sit still.
Looking very chipper, wearing his Kill Seinfeld T-shirt.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, I heard he and Jerry Seinfeld are into it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's my latest thing with him is they're at war. Because he said something about Seinfeld, now Seinfeld doesn't like him.
Good. Good for Bobcat. Out there struggling. I love it.
He's having a war.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, yeah, Bobcat's out there?
Yeah. I like
Let me take one phone call. I was going to do my whole rap on Letterman. Listen, nevertheless, let me sum it up for you, the whole Letterman experience. It's a very controlled show. It's getting like the Johnny Carson show. You know, everything is sort of scripted.
Well, yeah, you're playing a part when you go out there.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I'm playing the part of the Doomkopf. You know what I mean? I'm the nitwit monkey who has to sit there.
You're the court jester.
Yeah, while Dave sits there in judgment. There's something disturbing about it. I keep getting sucked in, and I keep doing it.
Is it becoming uncomfortable?
Yeah, I'm not enjoying it as much.
You did not leave there yesterday comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I first of all, I sit there all day. When I get done with this radio show, I like to go home. And now I'm in a hotel, and I'm sitting there looking for something to do. And I watched the Ricky Lake show. This is something I don't want to be doing in the middle of the day. It was a good show, don't get me wrong. Hey, didn't you guys see Ricky Lake making out at some movie?
Yeah.
Well, she was kissing her husband. I guess that was her husband. I think.
Yeah, good luck. Did she know him for 3 weeks and marry him?
For about 3 weeks. So I figured they know each other pretty well, and, you know, they're stable.
Yeah. That marriage will last a week.
It was sort of strange because we were at Planet Hollywood. It's like a tiny theater that holds...
Is her husband like a real good-looking guy?
He really is good-looking.
Yeah, he was very good-looking.
Yeah, and Ricky is, no offense, Ricky is quite the chub. What?
She's
matronly. Yeah, she's matronly. This is not...
I mean, she's got a very cute face.
Women never see it. Yeah, she's got a cute face. You know, I'd rather have an ugly face and a tight body.
She's got Aunt B's body.
Yeah, Aunt B. And when you're sitting there...
She's lost, what, 100-something pounds?
Over 150 pounds.
Yeah, great. And there's another 100 to go. And you know what? To sit there and make out at a movie, what does that tell you? You get to put on a public display with your husband. She couldn't wait to get married. And you know what this whole show was about yesterday that I'm watching the Ricky Lake show? About women who are trying to get, like, out of relationships and they can't because they didn't know the guy long enough. And
oh, you're kidding.
It's her life story. What? She had to get married? She had to rush to get married? What happened? You went to a movie opening, right?
It was a screening at Planet Hollywood, so it's a tiny theater. It's only 40 seats.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
You're almost on top of each other.
Right, everyone's on top of each other. It's like 20 feet from front to back.
Yeah.
And she was, like, right in front of us. And
so it's really...
Robin gave me the elbow.
Everybody was seated.
Yeah, you're trying to watch a movie... Oh,
no, the lights are on.
Lights are on.
This movie hasn't started, but everybody is now taking their seat because the movie's about to start.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you look over and Ricky Lake and her husband are going for it.
Oh, really? Because he can't keep his hands off her. She's such
Ricky
a punk.
Lake.
Yeah, off Ricky Lake.
Alec Baldwin is not doing that with Kim Basinger.
Just pack some money in her there and let him... Yeah, Alec Baldwin can control himself.
He has nothing to prove.
Did you kiss Robin?
No, I
you thought you better grab somebody.
Did you get amorous? Was it such a turn? I love that public display of affection. That means the marriage will never last. Guaranteed, I bet money on. I will take sealed bids now on when that marriage will...
You know what it was? What was strange about it? Robin gave me the elbow.
Yeah.
You know, and then I look ahead and...
Well,
and
of course, you want the whole world to see.
Fred's like looking and looking over. And
Ricky Lake wants the world to see that this guy really... She's going to prove to everyone that this guy really loves her.
Yeah.
That's her badge of honor.
Listen, she's no charming princess.
Oh, I'm sure she's a great person.
No, I'm waiting for you to talk about what you were talking about about Letterman.
What was I talking about?
You were saying about how it's so scripted and all that.
Right. Anyway, Ricky Lake is a heavy girl.
Wait a second. Now, if you
did she eat his tongue? I'm so...
I'm telling you, though, if you ever watch, I think on Lifetime, daytime, they show China Beach.
Yeah.
She's doing it. She's 150 pounds.
I don't
heavier
care.
On that
I don't
show.
care. I know what I saw yesterday.
She was the beach.
She was the beach.
That show does incredible.
Yeah, the show is very nice.
Does
Ricky
very
does a nice
well.
job.
Sure.
What can I tell you? It's like, it's done. It's up on the stage.
Younger retards.
Yeah, young retards.
A little more ethnic, also.
Yeah. Tons of black people in the audience who get like, man, what you talking about?
Tons of black people in the audience and on the...
Yeah, right. It's basically a show that if you're black, you tune in and
Well,
you go,
he's my
oh, my
baby
God.
father.
Yeah.
You were telling me about a show.
There's a lot of that. You hear that sentence a lot. Well, he's my baby father, but we're going to get a 17 months, and I don't even care. Cause
I don't even like him. I don't need him to take care of my child.
Right. Did you hear a lot of that?
You were telling me about a show that they had, like, guys breaking up with their girlfriends on...
Yeah.
How do they find people to do that?
Well, they find them because people are desperate to be on TV. It's like me. How do they keep getting me back on them? I'm desperate to be on TV. That's all I complain. So the point is, look, I'm sitting in the hotel. I'm watching Ricky Lake. Well, maybe I better take a nap because I got to be fresh for 5 o'clock when we tape the Letterman show. So then I get into my underpants. I'm sitting there. I can't fall asleep. So what do I end up doing?
See, you should have called Laura Norman. She could have given you a massage.
Yeah.
You drifted off to sleep.
Yeah.
Not the same.
You've done that at some of the best hotels around the world.
Certainly do.
Do you prepare yourself before you do it? Like, do you bring a towel to the bed?
Towel? No, of course, Kleenex. I had one there for the actual mess, and anything that might happen, I'd wrap it around. I have a whole system.
No socks, huh?
Sock? Well, I'm in a hotel. They have tissue.
And he's a grown man.
I'm a grown man. I think...
Yeah, well, usually, when you're in the bed, the only thing that you have...
Well,
what are you doing with socks on in your bed?
His feet are cold.
Right back on.
Hey, yeah. I don't have any clean socks. You are disgusting.
No, I don't wear the same socks.
Yeah.
Sure, like
It's usually stuck to the floor.
So cuts it off with a knife and puts it right on.
That's very
He
good.
slices it off the floor and wears it.
You are. There's something wrong here.
Oh, come on. You've done it, too.
Never. Never. And my clothing? Are you insane? Sock. Oh, my God.
We've kept him here for 6 years, sharing whatever he does.
Yeah. we're all part of the crime.
Every day, John's starting to look more and more like Pigpen from Snoopy.
Yeah, all right. Listen, I got Bobcat waiting out there. I just want to make my final statement. So I'm in the hotel, and then I have to wake up, then I have to have dinner. You know what I mean? It's like a whole ritual.
And
then
it's all unnatural because it's not what you would be doing.
Yeah, and then you got to go over, and then you start asking yourself, why am I doing this? I'm not promoting anything. Why this desire to do the program? Why this desire to be seen? Then I rationalize. I go, well, hey, Robin and I will talk about it for tomorrow. It'll be interesting. It'll be good for the show to go do it. So then I go over. Then what am I going to wear? How am I going to look? I guess if I was single, it'd be cool because I'd bring my stupid trophy girlfriend and I'd let her walk.
Watch me work.
Honey, I'm going to go on Letterman now, and then she'd probably be like,
I'll
wild.
introduce you to Dave.
Right.
Cool.
You saw the crowd you drew on the side of the...
Yeah, there's a big crowd there, but meanwhile, I go home to my wife, she could care less. Big crowd, they want autographs, this and that. If one was into impressing a girl, it would be fantastic. I can't tell you the amount of action I could be getting. I mean, what girl wouldn't want to be around me while I'm signing autographs? You know what I mean? It's too mind-boggling.
See, I picture you just like going, girls waiting at the limo, and you just say, listen, I got to get out of here. Just get in.
Yeah. I would just be like, get into the car. Let me just sign a few of these autographs. And oh, boy, what an aphrodisiac. Jesus H. Christ. What the action I could be getting.
Did you see The Mask yet?
No.
Did you see that girl in The Mask? You could probably get a girl like that, which is...
Just shut up.
Unbelievable.
You don't know what I can get. You don't know anything about it.
I do know that.
He's got his sock.
You know what?
Yeah. Why don't you just go be busy with your sock?
You know what I know about you, Howard?
What kind of sock you could be getting?
Can't believe you clean up with your sock.
Yeah, man.
Dude, can't you get a clean?
All right, if I could explain it. If you're taking
There's
care
no explanation,
if you're
dude.
taking care of yourself, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you plan that out.
Okay, but no.
But you're at home.
What, does it happen spontaneously?
Yeah, I know what happens.
The only thing close to your bed is...
He flips his dial. He catches something on HBO. Boom. He's
Yeah,
in
but
motion.
if you know you're feeling that way, bring a couple of Kleenex or something.
That happens all the time. just keep the stuff there.
Yeah. Keep a box of Kleenex to you.
I believe that you never...
Never. No, I open it.
Your underwear, your socks.
No,
What's in that hat? You don't know what is going on with him.
You're a weird dude, man.
I'm not weird. People do...
no.
Come on.
You're a dirtbag.
Oh, shut up.
All right, you know what?
Let me... happy 70th birthday yesterday.
I'll comment on Letterman in a minute. Let's get Bobcat in here. He's waiting, and Bobcat has a lot to say.
Well, he can talk to you about these talk shows and the difficulties of doing it.
Yes.
I was just going to say...
I know he's burnt out on them, too.
Bobcat's Kill Seinfeld shirt is particularly menacing because it's printed. It's high.
All right, why don't I take a break, and we'll talk with Bobcat Goldthwait next. I know, I'm eating an apple. What is a Howard Stern show?
You know, it's. I guess it's a little bit of bad timing, but the woman from yesterday just showed up. She's in the lobby.
Yeah.
No. What woman?
You know, the woman that had been drinking yesterday.
Oh,
well, we got to talk to Bobcat.
Yeah, I know that. But, you know, she'll be here for a while, but she's got a nice, big... tall drink, and she's definitely...
Oh, good. Well, we'll meet her after Bobcat.
Where else does she have to go?
Right.
Exactly.
Let me talk to Bobcat Goldthwait first. Drunk today on the show, and I told her to come down.
Yeah, a woman who started drinking at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she doesn't work, and she just sits around her house, and she's come to visit us.
So we certainly have a full plate here on the show today, but here he is, blonde now. He dyes his hair, I believe.
Thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Bobcat.
No hair.
Bobcat, I like
Thanks for not bumping me for the drunk ride. That's great.
I like your Kill Seinfeld shirt.
Oh, this whole thing I've had it since '82.
Is that right? Hey, what did you do? Did you dye your hair blonde?
No, this is my real color.
Oh,
yeah,
it is?
What are you, got a little
I dyed it blonde.
No, when did you... No, seriously, I like what you've done with your hair.
Is this for a role or what?
I got this for Robin for her birthday.
What is that?
Well, her and Jackie don't talk here. You probably...
What is that?
That's chocolates. Lighten up.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Beautiful chocolate.
Bobcat.
These are the ones I had in my office.
Oh, no, they're not. They're the ones that the hotel gave me for staying in their hotel.
Oh, I'll keep those. Anyway, Bobcat, I always remember your hair being much darker. I mean, it's...
What the hell is wrong with you? Are you that self-absorbed? Yeah, I dyed my hair. I cut my hair.
You dyed it, though.
So you've never been into that sort of thing. What are you doing dyeing your hair?
Yeah, what are you, a pussy?
Yeah.
A woman?
Yes. Hey, Ralph liked it, okay? Just back off.
No,
man.
It looks really good.
Ralph really liked it. That made me
look
feel
younger,
happy.
Don't you?
Yeah, you know what it was? Because Bobcat was going, obviously bald on top, and he was growing his hair long on the sides like
I was clinging to some dream. I mean,
right.
I wasn't going to do
that whole ponytail thing.
There's no, hats, and I wouldn't succumb and do the Kinnison flip-over thing.
Right, right. Yeah, so...
I just, And then I dyed it. I was doing some gig in the middle of Oklahoma, and the guy who picked me up was a real redneck, so I dyed my hair just to bum him out.
But you know what's funny about it? You look like you have more hair now than when you had long hair.
That's fascinating. This is the same topic I was having with the drunk lady.
Yeah, I know. Anyway,
my grooming tips are really...
Woody Harrelson.
He's like a young Woody Harrelson.
One box of chocolates and I'm Woody Harrelson. You mean Woody Harrelson now with the bald head and National Born Killers?
All right, Bobcat, we have a lot of ground to cover, and I do have to...
Got a lot of work to do, yeah.
All right, here's the first
What do you want to talk about?
First thing I have to do is lower your microphone. You're yelling.
Yeah, I know. I'm distorting. Well, Mr. Professional.
Can everybody just take their voice level down one step?
It's a thrill to be...
Wait.
Okay. It's a big honor and a thrill to be on a television show being filmed on convenience store cameras.
Yes.
Quick, Howard, look in your monitor. Someone's stealing a Twinkie.
Ooh.
Caught on tape.
I like Bob when he mellows out a little.
Yeah, I do too. I think I'm more sexy.
And I also think his voice hurts after he gets done doing that.
Yeah, he doesn't talk like that in the hall.
Because I've talked to Bob, off camera and off microphone, and he's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's happening?
And you're like always screaming like a maniac?
Right, it's a complete reversal of roles. Anyway, Bobcat, first of all, we haven't spoken...
Hey, what was the deal with you on Letterman last night?
What'd you think? No good?
I thought you were good, but they have you on the show, and then you just talking disappointed, and then when you do something weird, he gets upset.
That's what I was going to tell you about. I am so...
You realize Regis and Kathy Lee are looser than Letterman.
It's true. I do have
on Regis Kathy Lee, I shot a fire extinguisher up...
Kathy Lee's dress.
Yeah, and she liked it.
She dug it.
She rolled with it.
If you see, I started to do a strip on Letterman, and Letterman grabbed me and started yelling in my ear. He said, "Don't do this.
Yeah,
Don't
it was really
this."
nice, really good body language. You could see how tense he was. It was like when Letterman was slamming me back in the chair.
Yeah, it's very strange, and
It wasn't playing. He was for real.
He was for real. In fact, I first went over to her.
Another naked man's body would put Letterman through the roof.
Yeah, and
he would snap right there and then.
I tried to go over to this woman who was sitting there, and I tried to sit next to her. I was going to make out with her a little bit. And she was a heavy-set woman. It would have been very funny. So I go over to her, and Letterman starts, he literally grabbed me. The first time I went, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And he's a very strong man because he was holding me.
Yeah, he's pretty cut.
He's pretty cut. I'm like, whoa, the guy's, and then all of a sudden he let go of me, and when I started turning around, and then I made a mad dash for the woman again, and he grabbed me again.
Oh.
And it's a very control thing, and I say to myself now, why do I put myself through this?
Hey, Fred left. We're not going to do one of those phony phone calls, are we?
No.
Okay.
I don't need... You brought up Letterman, so I'll go with you.
Yeah, I know, but whatever.
But, I mean, they were very happy. They held me on for 3 segments.
3 segments.
They bumped that guy
and
all that.
They wanted you to do something weird.
Yeah, and then I went over to do something weird, and they wouldn't let me do it.
I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, I think that's why Leno was, like, more mad than anything. Was like, because he booked me on his show after I smashed up Arsenio. You know?
Are you allowed to talk about setting the set on fire?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I certainly, my lawyer's going, would you just shut up?
Have you been tried yet for this?
My own lawyer wouldn't let me go to my hearing because I was going to show up in a slip wearing a tiara. I'm the queen of Burbank.
Here's what happened. Bobcat goes on the Leno show.
The Burbank fire marshals are doing a great job.
I'm sure.
They're tremendous guys.
Yeah, Bobcat's got to say stuff like that now. He's like ordered by the court.
Well, I gave him I did. Well, I got a lot of stuff to tell you.
Let me tell you how ridiculous this is. Bobcat goes on the Tonight Show. Let me set this up.
No, this is different.
All right.
I did the Montreal Comedy Festival, right? It's Kelsey Grammer cracks wise. They're taping a Showtime special, so he cracks wise about me, setting a Tonight Show on fire, whatever. Yeah, and I go, yeah, right, and I get on stage, I go, hey, you don't see me, bringing up your Coke bus, whatever.
Yeah, right.
I'll see you on the community service highway there, brother.
Yeah, right. What? He's so stable.
He freaks out. He freaks out.
Right. He can't handle that.
Oh, so I apologize. I go, hey man, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings. He goes, thanks. That means a lot to me.
Right.
And then I go out and do another set, and then at the end of my set, I smashed the set, because everyone's like going, what's he going to do,
Right.
So I smashed the set, and then I hear him muttering as he has to run back on stage. And
Kelsey Grammer.
And he admitted,
When I saw that guy on TV...
I want community service. I mean, I would like to be out, like, cleaning the highway, Hey,
well,
look,
it's kind
I
of...
found O.J.'s knife.
Yeah, right.
With a nail.
I just want to give back to the community.
Yeah, what if Bobcat found O.J.'s knife while he was doing community service?
Look, O.J.'s knife, right here.
He'd pick it up and ruin the fingerprint.
Here's the point.
I would not.
Bobcat went on the Tonight Show, and I think he did something very funny. I don't say every guest should come out and light the set on fire.
It's been done now. You can't do it.
But in theory, it sounds like a good idea. He came out and he lit his chair on fire, and it really wasn't out of control.
It means a lot. You coming to my defense.
Yeah.
That'll really help a lot in court.
People are backing off now.
Bobcat, what's next for you? Will you stab Jerry on the Tonight Show, or are you going to just calm down with all of this?
What other crimes will you commit?
You know what I was going to do?
Do you have to commit murder next on the Tonight Show?
I was going to puke on the show yesterday, and I got that Epicat.
Yeah.
Stuff that induces
Syrup of
vomit.
Epicat.
And it's like total booze. I mean, I just, it was too
You were going to
strong.
puke on Regis and Kathy Lee?
Yeah, well, not on them, but on the show.
You should have puked on them.
Well, I was thinking about that, too. But,
Can you imagine if
one
you
of the few
puked?
shows that'll have me back. I know, that was the germ of the idea.
Oh, that's
But
great.
I wanted to hit both of them, so it wouldn't be sexist.
Oh, it would have been great if he puked on
that
Regis and Kathy Lee. Like, Bobcat...
You want to know the game plan? I was going to put it in my coffee mug and then get the conversation going about Cody.
Right.
I'd take a big hit.
That would have been great.
Yeah, it would have, but then it was like pure booze. I didn't want to get liquored up.
You hate Kathy Lee and Regis, right?
No,
but you need them.
But you need them.
I need them for what?
But they're disgusting.
To plug my boat shows?
But aren't they disgusting? Aren't they everything that you're sick of in show business? I mean, that insipid little talking back and forth about nothing.
And how did they treat you?
They're fine. Well, whatever,
So what happened? You came with a fire extinguisher and you shot it up her dress?
I'm telling you, that show was really cool. They go, wouldn't it be funny if you came out with a fire extinguisher? They knew what happened. If you give, we gave the baby a gun, what?
Right.
So, they knew what was going to happen. They were really cool. The show rolled with it.
But Kathy Lee, you would love to have sex with, right? Like I would. Because in some way, that's the girl you can never get, and you know what I mean?
Really?
No way? You're not attracted to her?
I'm more in the Ricky Lake lane there.
Really?
Yeah, I think Ricky Lake's a babe.
Really? I don't know if I buy that. I don't buy that for a minute.
Another show he's trying to get on. I don't know why he wants to.
You are pretty weird. You are weird. Anyway,
man.
So Bobcat.
Do you really want to know what happened?
With what, Jay Leno?
Yeah.
All right.
Leno never had me on. He never had me on, right? I known the guy for 10 years. He's known my act for 10 years, whatever.
So you're hostile.
So one day, everybody's sick in Hollywood. They go through the Rolodex. They go by Monty Rock. He's sick.
Monty Rock the third.
Everybody's sick.
Everyone's out, right?
It was one of those last-minute bookings.
Harris, they're all, So they call me up. And they go, come on the show. And I go, I would love to come on the show. And I'm filling in for someone who's sick. And then they call back and they go, well, don't make your noises.
Don't make your noise.
Don't make my noise.
You mean when you go...
Oh, whatever. You know what they wanted me to come out? They're going to go, hey, how you doing, Jay? It's really good to be here. You know, I've got a new project in the works, right?
Don't make your noise.
So I'm busting the talent coordinator guy's balls. I'm going, hey, I go, what do you mean my noises? And he's like going, well, I'm trying to get him to do it. And he's like going, well, don't go. So this guy's doing me to me. One of the times I wish that I learned how to, tape the phone calls.
Right. Oh, that would have been a good one.
I had my manager screaming at me the other day. Never mind.
The guy says to you, don't make your noises.
But so in Texas.
Wait a second. Just think about that. This guy's whole thing is that he makes noises. If either you like Bobcat or you don't.
Yeah, who do you want on the show?
So
change for the show.
So I come on the show, and I come running out, and I'm like going, hey, how you doing, Jay? Thanks for having me on the show. I mean, full on psycho, right? And on the tape, when I watched it, I could see Leno's ass tighten up right on the air. Yeah, and I go, Jay, man, your guy told me not to make my noises. What was that about? He's like, geez, Bobby, I don't know. What is that about?
Hey, Jay, what is that about?
What is that about?
Well, we asked you not to do your noises. I've seen your act. I just want to see if I can get to a real person. Yeah.
He goes, right. I go, my noises, Jay. I go, did he think I was the black guy from Police Academy?
Yeah. So, okay, you went out.
So I do exactly what they did, and they were in love with me. They sending me pizzas and stuff. They think I'm a hero. And I'm going, okay, cool. So then they booked me after I smashed up our studio set.
Right.
Jay's in the dressing room, want to hear all the gory details. One of the women that work on the show come to me, she goes, don't smash up too much stuff. And, the door shut, I go, I'm not going to smash up anything.
So in other words, they like...
set it on fire.
Right, they liked that you smashed things. That was now acceptable.
To hear all the details.
In fact, they would have been happy if you came on and smashed Jay's set.
Right, like your act now is smashing things.
Yeah, like a Gallagher.
Yeah, now you're going to take it around the country and smash different sets.
I'm going to go see that guy who smashes things.
Isn't that Bobcat? I bet she's going to come on and smash up Jay's set.
I'm so tired. I got smashed it. Yeah.
Right. So you want to do something dangerous. It was dangerous to go on Arsenio and smash the stuff, but now...
it wasn't even dangerous. It's just like, I'm so bored.
Right.
To me, the fun part is like, it's more just watching what happens after. That's interesting.
Getting a real reaction.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think my real crime is supplying 5 minutes of spontaneity on the Tonight Show. I think that's really the big crime.
Right.
So I said the chair.
They want you to be unpredictable, but not that way. Be unpredictable another way.
Tell us what you're going to do, though.
Yeah, tell us what you're going to do.
Now we're clearing it up.
Not the F word.
I said frick.
Oh, what the frick? Oh, okay.
What the frick is wrong with you?
Okay.
Oh, whatever. You're just paranoid.
I had it. I'm going through my own battle.
I know. Aren't we all?
What? So
he's screaming at me, and in my heart, I'm like going, hey, Jay, I'm really sorry. But then I'm like going, this is so cool, Jay. Just keep saying F.
Well, you know what's weird? When I went on to Tonight...
TV's Jay Leno.
I know.
The F word. It was so cool.
When I went on Letterman, and Letterman...
By the way, I'm not banned from the show.
Oh, you're not?
That's what he says.
When I was in the...
Have you been bad?
Yeah, we'll see. When I was on the Letterman show, and Letterman turned to me one time and said, what the hell is wrong with you? During the commercials. It freaks you out because I was doing farting jokes or something. I was talking about fart.
Well, it does make you question, well, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, and then he goes, what is wrong with you? And how about the time he started yelling at me during the commercials about talking about his girlfriend on the radio?
And you weren't talking about her at that moment. You were doing something else.
He laid a whole chip on me. He goes, what's wrong with you? You ruined her day. And I was just like, whoa.
Well, but then so he's like, there's 450 people here. What would they do? There's 450 people, and most of them were there to see Clint Black. So, worst case scenario, we lose 450 Clint Black fans.
But the point was,
good start in my book.
Not a loss. So the point is, you lit the
North
chair.
America goes right up in the IQ level.
You lit the chair on fire. They put it out in 2 seconds.
Lauren Hutton put it out with a cup of water.
Yeah, a cup of water. I mean, it really was funny. I saw the clip of it.
If a model can take care of the fire, it's not a big
supermodel. I'm supermodel.
That's why she's a supermodel.
Yeah, she puts out fire. Yeah,
fights crime and fires on the weekends.
I put out water with a cup. I put out fire with a cup of water. Great. Okay. Anyway, so you go on there, and you think you killed, right? And then Jay is like,
no. Everyone, I was the turd in the punch bowl trying to get out.
Oh, really?
They all didn't know me.
What were you thinking? Were you like, oh, my God, I shouldn't have done this?
No, but I just was kind of angry that everyone hated me so bad.
But you didn't think there were going to be repercussions.
Really freaked out because I ran off my chair.
Did you think you bombed, or did you think this was like the greatest thing I've ever done?
No, I don't think that. I you know, whatever. If you want to know the truth, my ass was sore. It was when I slipped on the ground.
Oh, did you really? Why? Because Jay threw you?
No, I got up and I was, that's
the water.
Jay hurt my neck.
Yeah, Jay, you're going to sue Jay.
There was water on the set because you started a fire and you tripped?
No, because Jay missed the fire and hit the floor and I slipped.
And then you slipped on the floor.
Oh, my God, my whole neck. It's a pain. It starts here, shoots all the way down.
Is that really true, though? You fell down?
Yeah.
Right in front of everyone?
It was so embarrassing. It was so, like, anarchy with, whatever.
Yeah.
My lawyer's going, where were you going? And I go, I don't know. I was going to maybe start another fire. What? You were getting a fire extinguisher. Oh, yeah.
Right.
See, that's the kind of thing my lawyer tells me not to.
All right. So anyway.
For a while there, he goes, don't talk about it anymore. You're just making it worse.
But now you went to trial, right?
No, I haven't been dismissed.
So you mean you're still...
I still face possibly a year in jail. OJ may go free, and I may go...
Yeah, that's right. You better hire a team of lawyers.
I know. I got to call Shapiro.
Where's Shapiro when you need him?
So I'm
you know, this was such an obvious stunt. I mean, if you want to make an example of it, you shouldn't start a fire. He started a little tiny fire on a chair. It went right out.
Well, you shouldn't start fires.
Oh, please. In show business, you do what you have to do to get a laugh. The guy's struggling.
You set the chair on fire.
Yeah. And you know what? You didn't think it was any big deal. You knew they were going to be able to put it out.
Well, never mind. I can't talk about it.
What was the funniest part?
No, I can't.
No, yeah, talk about
it. It's too incriminating.
Come on. Incriminate yourself.
Come on.
Come on. So you can do a year. You'll be a hero in the comedy community.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on.
You can go on the
big deal.
tour or whatever.
What happened?
No, the thing that... No, I'm really not going to do it.
Tell me.
As soon as the charges are dropped...
Doing time makes you more popular these days.
You'll be the first person I tell.
Look at Bobcat.
Trying to be responsible.
I made things so much worse. This whole thing would have been gone if I didn't open up my stupid K call. I was performing in L.A. because I wasn't talking about it, but I had a puppet that was talking about it.
Oh, that's funny. Can we
I'm trying to sing the right song.
Give him the Gary puppet.
No,
wait. Let me talk to the puppet. Hold on a second. Yeah, give him the Gary puppet.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
Put him on his lap.
It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna your dream.
Give me that puppet. Get him on your lap.
Yeah, okay. No.
Bob, let me talk to your puppet there.
He's throwing the Gary and Ed around.
Oh.
No, man, I'm sorry. So...
Let me put him down on the floor. That's not right.
We feel very close to that puppet.
Stinky,
all right.
Stinky the hand puppet's going, hey, let's talk about Jay. And I'm going, Stinky, I'm trying to do a nice show for these people.
Anyway, Bobcat, let me take a break.
I go, Jay should get a puppet because he doesn't have Helen Kushnick now to blame things on.
Right. So now he can blame the puppet.
Jay's really mad because it's the first time on fire in the Tonight Show, but in the same sentence since Johnny left.
But Bobcat, tell the truth.
But I'm not banned from the show.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to have me back.
Do you think he'll have you back?
Me, I'm with the judge.
Do you think he'll have you back? No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
And Letterman, you're never on.
No, I was watching the Blue Man Group, and never mind. I mean, it's the biggest fire hazard I've ever saw in my life. They had like 400
toilet
tons
paper.
of
I was
toilet
on
paper.
that show.
Some psycho with a Bic lighter, that's probably what I was watching, some psycho with a Bic lighter could have burned them all down. That's a bigger fire hazard.
That's true.
Anyway. Lauren Hutton's nowhere to be found.
Right. All I know is that it was a funny bit.
Do you want to know the truth? I had the whole thing
It made people talk. Isn't that the reason you have people on your show?
I can't help but think that somewhere Jay is happy about it.
He released the footage to the news.
Right.
So there's appropriate humor and there's inappropriate humor. Yeah, appropriate humor is the stuff that you have on every night.
That you don't release
stuff you release to the news.
Inappropriate is the stuff that you can't wait to have happen.
Right.
All right, Bobcat, let me take a break, because obviously you're a little hyper. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll hear about the rest of your exciting news. First of all,
stuff, man.
there is other stuff. Bobcat is...
I want to know about the Seinfeld war.
We're going to hear about
the war with Seinfeld. I just,
You're just sick of him.
No, I just had a shirt where I kill Seinfeld. It keeps my conversations with yuppies on airplanes down to a minimum. You know who's funny? I go, a shirt? And I go, oh, okay.
Well, you're a little jealous of Seinfeld or something? Or no? But you're not jealous. You don't want that kind of career where you have a successful television show for a half-hour a week, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Bob will be on the Montreal International Comedy Festival.
It's not going to change anything.
You'll be on the Larry Sanders Show on HBO August 24th.
Yeah,
Gary Shandling likes you. That's a great show.
See, there's a talk show you can go on.
I asked Letterman that during the commercial. I said, "You like the Larry Sanders Show?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. You make an effort to talk.
I know, the uncomfortable small talk with Dave.
Yeah, it's really weird with the music playing real loud and you try to have small talk, but all right, you do your best.
Okay, what are we doing? You plugging me?
Yeah, and you just finished the movie.
I got a movie with the drunk lady coming out.
All right, let me take a break.
Yeah, just take a plug. We can get to that.
All right, good. Oh, good. A guy who doesn't want to plug. I love it.
Well, it's not like it's a live gig, Good,
okay, fine.
The other day, are you directing a movie?
No, we tried that already.
Hey, easy.
Okay. You had a clown movie.
That's right. I
All right.
forgot.
It's enough direction.
I'll have you know that's never mind.
That's a classic. All right.
It is. It's a cult, underground.
Underground. Very underground. All right, listen to me. Don't you light my chair on fire. All right, we're going to take a break. I know. I'm waiting for something. Bobcat Goldthwait is
Came on
here.
and talked.
We're going to take a break, and then we'll...
Bob doesn't like me. He came on and talked.
We'll talk to Bob some more. All right, it's Bobcat Goldthwait with us, who great comedian. Sick of doing stand-up. Much of the time.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like me. I'm sick of doing radio. He's sick of doing stand-up.
So is he getting out of the business, or he's looking for that pie in the sky, the TV sitcom?
He would like a sitcom.
I see.
He wants to play a mass murderer.
Yeah.
But also as a family man.
I'm
yeah,
going
right.
to be
Right.
on Who's Your Mama?
Right. Or Bob wrote a script. It was excellent, actually. He's a bagel store owner, and he actually is very successful at it.
Very excited.
And then it's every week.
Dispenses information and advice.
Yeah. And
to all of the people who come into the bagel store.
And every week at the end of the show, he lights something else on fire.
Yeah.
Very good. It's a very good show.
That's a pitch meeting.
Yeah, and he's the world's first Jew-hating bagel store owner. So everyone who walks in, he hates. It's a wild show.
Speaking of that, the guy who gave you bagels today.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've never seen this cream cheese and bacon combination.
Hey, I like it.
Traditional bacon and bagel.
Hey, things have changed. Let me just say that Bobcat is here. Bobcat most recently setting fire to the Tonight Show set, which caused a lot of fun and a lot of different things going on. A lot of problems as well. Bobcat also...
There's something that I wanted to talk about that I remember saying put an asterisk there. You remember?
You know what Bob doesn't like to talk about? Seriously,
what?
I heard you. I was reading some interview with you, and you won't talk about the death of Kurt Cobain.
I'll talk about it.
You do?
But I mean, I just don't.
You don't do any jokes about that?
Well, no, I just
work that into the act.
Evidently, Bobcat went on tour with Nirvana. I remember that when you were on tour with Nirvana.
Yeah, well, they were, whatever. Kurt and Kurt was a friend of mine. But
oh, hey, he's gonna cry.
No, I'm not.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm not. I just,
Come on, cry. It's gotta be cool. Then you can write it.
You know Courtney Love?
I know Kurt.
You know what? He acts like he knows him a lot better than he does, though. I think.
Like he's a personal friend.
True. I think. Did you get to go to the funeral?
What?
Did you get to go to the funeral?
I was in Australia.
So you didn't go?
You weren't that close.
With those guys.
That's an excellent opportunity to network.
You weren't that close if you didn't come back from Australia.
Yeah, right. I have never gone to a cool funeral.
Oh.
Coolest funeral I ever went to was my grandfather.
How come you didn't go to Kittenson's?
It was like Texas, and it seemed like it was a family thing. And then...
he would have gone to the memorial service, but it was in Los Angeles.
It was in Los Angeles.
You're willing to pick his bones clean in a movie deal.
Yeah. No. What does that mean? Why would you say such a thing?
But you won't put him in the dirt.
Why are you saying that? That's insane. What a terrible thing to say.
You're going to make the movie.
I'm trying to make the movie, and I'm trying to make a good movie that shows him in a positive light.
Did I offend you? I really didn't mean to.
Yeah, that really offended me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm really broken. I'm going to cry.
I've always been a big fan of your irreverent brand of humor.
Right.
No, I just didn't understand what you meant by it.
Howard, I'm just trying to put the
Bobcat all upset because he made a clown movie. And it didn't work out, and now I'm going to be making movies.
He picked the bones of Bozo.
He picked the bones of Bozo and every clown that ever worked. But I can't make a tribute to my friend Sam Kinison.
No, I'm sure it'll be a big success.
That's right. You and Sam didn't get along.
You put it on a Shakespeare.
He hated, but Bobcat hated Sam.
What was that horse movie he did?
Yeah, it'll do better than the horse movie. Let's put Hot to Trot.
Probably will. They'll put it on a bill with Fart Man.
Bobcat is just jealous because he didn't like Sam Kinison.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
You didn't like Sam Kinison.
I'm not dead. What are you?
Come on, you didn't like Sam Kinison.
He's so nuts.
You did. Yeah, you're jealous that Sam is dead.
Snapped. I'm jealous.
You are, because you have to now put energy into your act. Sam doesn't have to do that anymore. You're jealous. Sam's resting, and he's resting on his laurels. So what happened? So were you really close?
What are you talking about?
You weren't really close to Kurt Cobain. You went on tour with the guys.
Did you actually hang out with Kurt?
You didn't get to hang out with Kurt.
No, I never met Kurt.
I know you met Kurt.
I met Kurt 5 years ago.
But I mean, you weren't the type of guy who got to hang out at the house and everything, right? You were just an acquaintance.
Kurt and I hung out.
Yeah, you hung out. Like you got to go to dinner and stuff together.
No, like
do drugs together. What would you do?
Did you ever shoot heroin together? Hey, cool. Did you ever shoot heroin together?
Forget it.
I told you he can't talk about it. What did I tell you? He can't talk about it.
Well, I just see a lot of morons like exploiting his body.
But not me. I might be a moron, but I'm not exploiting his body.
No, it's just like, like you see magazines that, I know he hated. And I see like Steven Tyler was like going, this really hurts me. And I'm like going, Steve, and it makes me really sad. It's like, well, you know what? don't be too hurt and too sad, because he thought you were hilarious.
But you don't think...
He thought you were the biggest joke ever.
Really? Now, why, though? Why if Steven Tyler, who had a drug problem, was upset about Kurt Cobain? You mean only you have a right to be upset because you knew him?
Because Kurt didn't give a rat's ass about Steven Tyler. He thought he was a joke.
Yeah, but Steven Tyler can still feel bad.
Yeah, he can, but it's more.
I mean, I think that's a sensitive thing.
You know how the media.
Better than Ted Nugent, who came out and goes, Kurt Cobain.
I'm glad he's dead or something.
I felt bad for Kurt Cobain. I didn't know him, but I really appreciated his music and thought he was a great talent.
He probably thought you were a joke, too.
Yeah, he probably hated me. By the way, I bought Kurt's life story. I'll be bringing it to the screen. Screw him.
Break over his bones.
I need some money, all right?
Pick his bones clean, too?
You're damn right I am, Bobcat. I'm going to pick your bones clean as soon as you stop that. You got a good story in you.
Do I?
Sure I do. It's only good after you're dead.
After I drop dead.
No, but seriously, you got to hang with those guys. How close were you to Kurt Cobain? Were you an advisor?
Oh, like you would admit that?
He looks really upset, though. You can't bring it up with him. I heard that
I
heard that you can't talk about it.
It's not I can't talk about it. I don't want to.
How well did you know the guy? Did you get to go over there?
I'm not going to exploit this relationship.
Really? You think that's exploitation if someone asks you about it?
Because he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, but why shouldn't we remember him?
Because, to be honest with you...
Wouldn't you like him to be remembered for who he really was instead of all these pretenders coming out and talking about him?
Yeah, Bobcat.
No, people who really didn't know him?
But, like the whole Ted Nugent thing, it was like, what was Ted saying? That he was a loser and drugs?
He was glad he showed kids what a loser deal that was.
Whatever,
Well, everyone has a comment, but the thing
Ted
is...
Nugent's why he took drugs. And on top of it, he didn't die from drugs.
All right, so you know what?
He died because he was a manic depressive.
Right. If you won't talk about him, I'll ask Steven Tyler about it.
Yeah, his close friend.
All right. Kurt Cobain didn't die from drugs.
No, yes, he did.
No, he didn't. Yes, he died because...
Manic depression never killed anybody.
Yes, it has.
He died from a gun. He didn't die from
drugs. He shot himself.
He had a lot of drugs in his system to give him the impetus to put that gun to his head.
Bobcat, you want to pick up the ball on this? So will you console his wife? Have you been over there?
Did you kiss her as a girl?
Do you get to console her? Do you get to do any cool stuff? You're not going with any of this. You won't even talk about it. Why am I dreaming?
You're dreaming.
Why am I dreaming? You talk about anything.
I will talk about anything. I don't want to explain.
Wow. But is that exploitation of... Seriously, I want to know.
It's fine.
You know how we were talking about... I
didn't know the guy. I met him a couple times. And,
is that true? No. You're lying now. You knew him well. You called him friend. You liked him. You stayed over his house. You partied with him.
Party? Yeah, that was Kurt. Let's party. You put a lampshade on his head and dance.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, you hung out with the guy. I don't know. I just find that...
Well, what was it like hanging out with the guy? Tell us.
Yeah, did you get to do cool stuff?
Guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got along really well.
What did you do? Like, what did you guys do for fun?
Sit around and criticize the entire
Did you really?
World. Yeah.
Is that what it was? Like, you were like really negative, and as long as you're negative, you're part of the club?
Exactly. Well, no, it wasn't that. That's just, to be honest, I said, he didn't seem that depressed to me, and someone goes, that's because you're the only person more depressed than him.
Yeah, that's why you got along so well.
My manager said that, and he said, and I go, and he said, no, to be honest, when you were around, that was, one of the times I would see him really happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should have been around
I
a
used
little
to
more.
bust his job saying that I was, Scatter the chimp. Elvis had a chimp, Scatter.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so you were the chimp who sat around and entertained Nirvana.
That's what I said to Kurt. I said, I was Scatter, Come on, bring in Kurt.
Where's that Nugent clip? Here's what Ted Nugent said. Let's listen to it.
It's good that a moron like that is standing up loud and embarrassed that drugs are for fools and that poisoning your good health is a sin of insane proportion. And I think it's good that young people can see that once again, ignorant abuse of drugs and alcohol one more time knocks a man on his ass, and I might mention his worthless ass.
Whoa.
What? Well, wait.
What is that?
What, you think Ted Nugent was Kurt's target audience?
I don't know.
Ted Nugent, that Generation Xer, the spokesperson for Youth of America?
I don't know. He was a little harsh there. I yelled at him for it.
Ted Nugent's a moron. He hasn't had a hit since Kurt was conceived. I mean, what?
Well, anyway, obviously Bobcat won't give us the dirt.
No.
Oh, won't even tell us how cool the funeral was.
He'll talk about it in a few years, though.
Yeah, he'll talk about it in a few years. In a few years, he'll talk about it.
When he can't burn couches and...
Right. When he runs out of
pets anymore.
When he starts putting fire extinguishers up
I got
Kathy
so
Lee.
much you can talk about.
What is it?
And I'm not.
What else you got to talk about?
Jeez, I don't know.
That's interesting to me, your relationship with Kurt Cobain.
I don't know. I was at the...
Where were you?
We don't know much else about
I was at the Capitol building Thursday with Al Gore.
Oh, you
that was
were?
kind of interesting.
Why do you get to meet Al Gore and I don't? Like, why can't I...
I don't know. I thought it was so surreal, too. Like, I'm on this podium next to the guy.
Why
and
were you
they asked
doing
me
that?
to get out of the shot, though, because I'm like...
Because you were ruining the picture
Because I'm
opportunity.
making goofy faces behind him and stuff. I go, yeah, I'm just as surprised I made it through security, too. I never felt more like Forrest Gump.
And why did you meet Al Gore? What were you doing there?
Because, the healthcare initiative, Comic Relief had me down.
Oh, really?
Are you still involved with it?
When are you
going to dump that whole organization? Comic Relief. Oh, that's right. You're into that with Whoopi.
And
that little cabal.
Billy.
You're in with those guys. Yeah, Bobcat's got a lot of cool friends.
What was that?
I burped. Wait, what?
Yeah, what-
I didn't know where it came from.
Hey, come on, huh?
I didn't mean to offend you.
Anyway, Bobcat, listen.
Every day's the 4th of July with Howard, man. He's blowing bell beepers into the mic.
Bobcat.
And I burp, and I send the whole show in a tizzy.
Bobcat. First of all, let me just...
No, I don't plug anything.
No, I'm wrapping up.
Oh, you're wrapping up? Wow, okay. Yeah, let's get to the drunk woman.
Exactly. Do you want to stay in for the drunk woman? I mean, it's up to you. I personally...
We have to. We told her to come in. We do have to have her on.
What do you think of Whoopi marrying another white guy? Is she getting married?
Yeah, she's now talking about this Ted Danson thing and saying Ted really broke her heart and they're not even friends anymore.
Really? Did you ever get to hang with Ted Danson and Whoopi?
No, I was at the roast. That's about it.
Oh, you were at that? That's right. I remember that. That was
That's
fun.
right, yeah.
But you're not hanging with Whoopi anymore, huh?
I don't hang with much people.
And stop belting.
This is a real lull, man.
All right, okay. I'll wrap up that.
No, I heard you guys yammering about the... I didn't get arrested for stealing Rolaids in Sioux City.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
First of all...
Well, what happened with that?
I got detained by the authorities. There's a big difference.
You're getting in a lot of trouble lately. A lot of stupid trouble.
Do you have one of those kleptomaniac things going for you?
That wasn't stupid. You would have done the same thing.
What happened? You stole some Rolaids?
I didn't steal Rolaids. I'm not above stealing Rolaids. I just didn't.
What happened?
This time.
And why are you taking Rolaids?
Yeah, I'm really a dangerous bad boy living on the edge.
Well, what are you doing?
Tummy ache.
No, what are you doing? What happened? You were in a store.
I forgot my money, so I put the Rolaids back, and this wingnut woman, who's security guard, thought I pocketed the Rolaids.
You didn't have enough money for Rolaids.
I forgot my money.
So you put the Rolaids back.
Yeah, so I'm walking out of the door, and she stops me. She goes, this is really, whatever, word for word. She goes, I need to search your pants pockets. And I said, not without dinner and drinks. So, suddenly I'm like, whatever.
The fugitive.
No, like I'm Henny Goldthwait, not without dinner and drinks,
I see. And then she realized who you were.
No, she didn't realize who I was, and she goes, I saw you steal a pack of Rolaids. And I go, what are you, a frickin' wingnut?
Right.
And then she said, don't be verbally abusive. And I said, well... apparently you're not familiar with my act because I've yet to even start to become verbally abusive.
Yeah, right. That's outrageous that you would do that.
So then, whatever, we were kind of screaming at each other, and then they called the real cops in. I'm in Sioux City. So what she thought was Rolaids was I had a Sharpie magic marker in my pocket, and I'm taunting her going, ooh, look at the tasty Rolaids. Ooh, I go, hey, policewoman, pepper, is this a big bust for you? Hurry up. Someone's stealing a grape out of produce. You might want to get on that.
Bobcat really living on the edge with those Rolaids.
Yeah, you're taking on all the security
guards. So when they finally got into your pocket, when they finally got into your pocket, they called the police and the...
So the real cops searched me.
And when they pulled out the pen, she goes, the Rolaids are in there.
And now she has to apologize because I could put Sioux City back into Sioux City at this point.
Right. You could put the Sioux back in Sioux City.
And so she's sitting there looking at me and she goes, I'm sorry, and totally not meaning it. I was just doing my job.
Yeah.
And I said, and that would be being a runt? I cleaned that up. And then the cops go,
right.
Yeah, I dropped the runt bomb. Even the cops were freaking out. Hey, don't be verbally abusive. I kept hearing verbally abusive out of me. So the cop goes, we can take you in right now. I go, why don't you? I'd love to meet Otis and the rest of the gang here in Mayberry. That would be great.
Yeah. Poor Bobcat, man. Really getting the bad breaks with the law. He's dealing with fire marshals and Rolaids stealing.
Fire marshal's a good guy. He's got an important message.
Yeah.
I shot a PSA. They didn't accept. I have to do another one.
Why do you have to do another one?
I don't know. One thing they're talking about is me performing in burn units. I think that's the last thing you should subject young children with serious burns to.
I mean, as part of your
Look, kids, we got Flamo the Clown coming.
These are the kind of negotiations.
As part of your public service.
No, I haven't been sentenced yet. We're trying to deal this out of court.
You're trying to make a deal. And you're saying, hey, I'll perform some public service, and part of that would be you go to burn units, the guy who set fire to a couch, go to a burn unit.
There'll be kids yanking tubes out of themselves to get away from me.
There'll be kids with 40, 50% of their bodies have been burnt up, and you'll be performing in front of them.
And they see me from the news, yeah.
And then the other thing they want you to do is public service announcement. So you went out and
Hopefully.
all right, you made a public service announcement at no cost to anyone. You went and did it yourself, right?
No, the good folks that later with Greg Kinnear will help me out.
Oh, you made a public service announcement that will actually go on TV. And what happened? It was rejected?
Yeah. So
why?
I don't know.
Probably because of what you said.
I was straight as a heart attack, man.
What does it say?
There was no irony or sarcasm in my voice.
What did you say? Could you repeat what you said?
I don't even remember, but it certainly knocked the wacky character out of me.
It did.
I was going, hi, I'm Bob Goldthwait.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure, brother. Man,
you know, isn't it funny? Anything that this Kinnear touches is rejected.
I like Greg Kinnear. I think he's a funny guy.
Oh, he's a scream.
Oh,
he's doing great. He looks like a guy who's really come up the hard way.
You're just mad that they didn't give you the show.
Oh, yeah. I want to be on at 1:30 in the morning. My career will go really well at that point.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. Come on, let's get a grip on reality.
They throw me a bone, man.
Okay,
Why
here
are
we
you
go.
getting so mad at me?
Hey,
sorry, I don't mean to bring up bones again.
All right, here we go.
Picking Sam Kinnison's dead body's bones clean.
Bobcat, I want to thank you for coming on.
Is there going to be a scene of you eating his body?
Yes.
And then
son of a bitch.
And you like my clown movie.
That clown movie was awful. How do you like that?
Howard,
did you even see it?
Yes.
You did not.
Of course I did. I watched. I tried to watch it.
You did not.
It was no good.
What happens in the beginning?
What happens in the beginning? You think I remember? I saw it 2 or 3 years ago. It was not your best effort.
Look it.
You are a funny man. You were great in Police Academy.
A kid pisses on my head. That's the opening scene.
No.
And you don't remember?
No, hold it a second. You're getting upset, aren't you?
No, you didn't see it.
Suddenly the wheels are
you didn't
turning.
See it.
Robin, did I see it?
He watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing.
Really?
Oh, now he's upset.
Just because he can't remember every scene, Bobcat.
I don't know. I didn't. Whatever. If you don't like the movie, that's cool.
Oh.
I like my movie. I think it's a good movie.
You see, you made it get ugly. You had to bring up Sam Kinison. You made it get ugly. We were doing great. You had to get ugly with it.
I ruined your show.
No, you didn't ruin it.
No, you didn't ruin it.
I made it
You just
ugly.
caused bad blood.
Yeah, but it's not good when we get along.
I had to sit and make fun of your clown movie.
Yeah, that was it.
Dee Snider has a better movie career than you right now. There you go.
What's Dee doing?
Yeah, he's writing movies, actually. He is. He wrote a really good one. It's going to get made, too.
I'm sure it will.
He's actually a good screenwriter. Listen, you can't say anything positive around this guy.
No, because you're picking everybody's bones.
Listen, as far as Sam Kinison goes, if you do a tribute to somebody's life...
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be a wonderful film.
And let me tell you something. Well, coming from a great director like yourself, I appreciate that.
Well, unfortunately, you can't do the part.
Right. Yeah, you can't play Sam Kinison.
I'll start eating.
Bobcat, you were great in Police Academy. Of course you left that because you felt it wasn't right for you. I always felt you were great in those movies. I think you do have a movie career.
This is boring. This is the same stuff we always talk about.
No. Listen, I don't want to get into this.
Good.
I want.
You don't want to talk about the drunk lady.
Let's talk to Kurt Cobain. All right. Bobcat Goldthwait is with us, and I want to thank Bob for coming in.
Okay, yeah, thanks for having me on. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad we could recreate some of this magic.
It always ends up bad.
I know. Somehow you always end up fighting.
Say something nice about me, and I'll say something nice about you. How's that?
You sure got a pretty smile.
All right, thank you. All right, Bobcat, seriously.
Howard, you know I'm a fan of yours.
I know. Well, I feel the same way. Why the angst?
The hostility.
Why the hostility?
What do you want me to do?
All right, listen, Bobcat.
What the hell is wrong with John, by the way?
Bobcat, I know.
I've never looked at my laundry and went, hubba, hubba. Introduced me to the trousers.
John came in during the commercial, Stuttering John, and Bobcat looked at him. Oh, hi, man. You know, like, who would want to talk to a guy after he admits that he was doing that into his sock?
Nothing wrong with it.
He's like going, hey, I'll get you a coffee. I'm going, oh, skip the creamer there.
Yeah, right. John brought Bob his coffee. Anyway, Bobcat.
You gotta wonder.
Recording star.
Congratulations on all these, the HBO, The Larry Sanders Show, August 24th, and also movie Radioland Murders with Mary Stuart Masterson, who's a piece of ass. Is that the blonde?
No, she's the one from...
Brian Benben's in that movie.
You know, that girl you really like.
She's a blonde. Mary
Short
Stuart.
hair, though.
Isn't she like, she's in all those kid movies?
Right.
Oh, she's a knockout. Did you get her?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible for a man to ask another guy.
Well, the odds of me, I was pulling a train with the whole cast. You know me.
He is quite the sex symbol.
Goldthwait.
Yeah. No, you're faithful to your wife, right?
Yeah.
Goldthwait's been with his wife a long time.
Long time.
How long?
What is wrong?
Huh?
Nothing's wrong, man. You're paranoid. I just said you've been with your wife a long time. You ever cheat on her?
No. We've been married 8 years.
Is that right? You got kids? Yeah, you got kids.
You didn't know your wife a long time when you married her?
No, I didn't. I asked her to marry me 2 weeks after I met her.
Yeah.
Does your wife watch Seinfeld?
No, we don't really get to watch much TV.
I guess he doesn't let his wife watch TV. I think it's a whole
Yeah.
politically correct thing. There's a politically correct...
Yeah, she knows what to
environment
watch.
that there's no TV. No, there's just...
Is there a TV in your house?
There's just usually too much bedlam going on.
Really?
Yeah, there's too much chaos. Just go, ooh, Seinfeld.
Let's stop
having
everything.
fun and watch other people have fun.
Bobcat, thanks for coming by.
Now, Seinfeld was supposed to be mad about this shirt.
Right, that's what I kept. Seinfeld doesn't like you anymore.
But that's not true, because it was in the Inquirer. And, if I had to believe, then I have to believe that he's out, nailing teenage girls and meeting them in the park. I don't believe that.
Don't even worry about it. You don't like comedians who get famous and then start nailing like 17 or 18-year-olds, right? That's just something that goes against your
I
grain.
think the thing that drives me nuts about Seinfeld is the idea that, he's giving, him and Jay do this, where they give, lectures on the correct comedy.
Yeah, I know.
That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah, that bugs me nuts, too.
You know, the whole thing of, if you swear, you're being lazy.
Yeah.
So you can do a whole show on masturbation, and if I mention it on stage, I'm lazy?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
People go, the show's really funny. Give him some credit. Watch the masturbation episode. Well, with him as the leading man, isn't every episode pretty masturbatory?
All right, anyway, listen, Bobcat.
Yeah.
Yes, I do love you. And I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Bobcat Goldthwait, everyone. We're going to take a break.
Thanks for having me on.
We'll be back with the drunk woman. Right after these words.
With the Howard Stern.
We are sitting here. Bobcat Goldthwait refuses to leave, and I like that.
He decided he wanted to see this.
I like a guest that stays. He wanted to stay for the drunk lady, and I don't blame you. I want to meet her, too. Now, yesterday on our show, Vicky the drunk called in, and I'll play you a little tape first.
I didn't even remember her first name.
This is Vicky the drunk. Neither did I. Gary just reminded me. They'll take you back to yesterday. Do you wear a bikini ever?
All the time. I'll never wear a whole bathing suit. No way.
That's not Billy.
No way.
No, that's Vicky.
Okay.
Now, what have you been drinking all night? What are you drinking?
I drank.
Cocktails?
I slept all night.
Whoa, you slept all night?
Yeah.
I thought you effed all night. I keep hearing that word. No, you said you slept. I know.
Laughing at me.
No. He mistook what you said.
You wake up in a pool of sweat.
F word.
I heard the F words.
Slept all night. Anyway, Vicky, as you can see, was very drunk. We invited her down here. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
here she is.
A woman who Gary says her eyes have a color that no man has ever seen before. Here she is, Vicky, who called us drunk yesterday, and evidently she's been drinking all morning. She's still drinking since yesterday. Bob, she's your kind of girl.
Thanks, Howard.
Easy to take advantage of.
Thanks, Howard.
And here she comes, Vicky, one of our
Take
listeners.
a while for her to get in.
Yeah, let's take her time.
Carried.
Let's hope she doesn't throw up on Bobcat.
All right, there's a dream come true.
Where is Vicky? Let me see you, my darling. Here she is. Hi, Vicky. That's you, huh? Oh, boy.
Good morning, Vicky. How you doing?
She is.
Oh, hi, Vicky.
Holy Vicky.
That's the kind of walk
That's quite a big gulp you got there, Vic.
I never see.
Hi, Vicky. How are you?
Hi, Howard.
Vicky, now you say you're 30 years old, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, you sure? Okay. There you go.
Okay.
And Vicky, you said you've been around the block a few times. You've
No, she said not.
Oh, no? And
What do you mean, been around the block?
No, I mean you've been with guys and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah. So did you enjoy our phone conversation yesterday?
Yes, I loved it.
Vicky, you of course were drinking at 4:00 in the morning yesterday, and when we spoke
Now, when
to
did you stop?
Did you stop since yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, Bobcat's getting sad for Vicky. Bobcat, please, I mean, come on, mellow out, will you, man?
I've just seen those faces before.
Robert, good morning.
Now, Vicky, you don't have a bad body, I'll tell you that.
She told you she wears two-piece bathing suits.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, you know what? I'd have sex with Vicky. That's it. I really would.
Well, maybe go, Howard.
What?
Let's go.
Just calm down. I mean, although I must say you look very sloshed. I got to tell you, you do look drunk. You
now,
are
how
drunk.
long have you been drinking now?
Oh, I took a limo up here. I don't drive to Manhattan.
Now,
so.
the reason you have a limo is you are independently wealthy. Is that true?
Well, yes.
All right. Vicky, believe it or not, Bobcat is in shock.
He can't believe it.
Vicky is...
No, she's my hero.
Yeah, Vicky... Suddenly Bob wants to sleep with you, too.
I wish I was hammered taking limos around.
Vicky, you, of course...
You paint a pretty picture there,
You
Vic.
tell us that you basically don't have to work. Your father pays for everything.
Right. Yet at one time you decided to be a nurse. Why would you do that?
Well, I did that when I was younger. When I got out of high school, I went to college, and I became a nurse, and I worked for 5 years in a coma unit.
You did? You were in a coma unit?
What, did you breathe
Are you
on
sure
the
you were working there?
You were not in a coma yourself? No, but...
Did you wake up and they go, what are you doing? You've been working here.
Stop making fun of me.
All right, take it easy. Everyone slow down.
It was a very stressful job.
All right.
I would imagine.
Bobcat, you just vowed not to leave your kids a penny, you said, because...
You don't want them to wind up like
You don't want them to wind up like Vicky, because Vicky...
Yeah, I'm that big cash cow.
No, but actually you...
I told my kids, if I drop dead, don't let Howard make the movie.
Vicky, it must be...
Hold out.
It must be a great...
Get someone who will bring it to screen.
But Vicky, it must be a great thing to know you're financially set. As long as your father's around.
Yeah.
And
Well, obviously she doesn't have a care in the world.
What did your dad do?
He owns a few ShopRites.
Right. So he's a very wealthy man, and he said to you, Vicky, a long time ago, hey, listen.
Take the limo.
Take the limo.
I'm the youngest. I have two older sisters. One is Howie. Well,
Your sister is Howie?
No. I'm related to Howie Long from the L.A. Raiders.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
So one of your sisters is married to him.
Yes.
And you have another sister, but you depend on your dad for the money, right?
Yes.
All right. So, but big deal, right? It doesn't bother you.
But he doesn't care. He says he'll support you till you get married, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Too bad you don't drink money, because then you'd get rid of the middleman. Then it would be straight in, right? So how much does it cost to maintain your lifestyle? Obviously, you've got a very fancy dress on. I see jewelry.
Yeah, you got the condo.
Yeah, and you got the hairdo there. You're all dolled up in a limo. And, I mean, obviously...
makeup.
Yeah, eye makeup. You got at least $20,000 in eye makeup. What?
Yeah, but you got to buy the makeup.
You buy the makeup.
Do that?
You buy the makeup, though, right? I mean, it costs a lot of money to put that much. You have a lot of eye makeup on. Lancome.
Fine brand.
I'm really not trying to make fun of you, but when I talk, she looks over there.
Yeah, she doesn't want to look at you, Bobcat.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, no one wants to look at you, all right?
She's embarrassed.
I don't think she really
Where is he?
She doesn't know my next one.
No. Do you know where Bobcat is?
Hi, it's me,
No.
Bobcat the Pixie.
Are you serious?
You can't see Bobcat?
Where's this guy?
He's right next to you.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Oh, boy.
Well, she's been drinking. Wow, did you stop drinking since yesterday? You did?
What has she been drinking?
When did you start again?
It must be that vanishing cream Ralph put on my face.
On the way up in the limo, I don't have to drive, so, I just did what I got to do.
You did what you had to... No, but let me understand something. Get back to your eye makeup for a second. I've never seen... Is that two black eyes, or do you have makeup on? I'm not sure, really. Seriously. Is that possible?
That's eye makeup.
That's eye makeup, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway...
I'm dark skinned, so...
Aren't you worried about your liver getting damaged by drinking?
I've been in the hospital.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
For liver?
For a little bit enlarged liver.
Oh, you have an enlarged liver, so you have plenty of liver. You don't have to worry about it.
No. And it doesn't bother you? You continue to drink?
Aren't you nervous about your health, drinking that much?
No, because life is too short to worry.
Life's going to be very short.
Actually, she's right, because now she's sure she has liver damage.
Right. No, but you don't...
No, it's very small, liver damage. Very small.
All right, so you have
Very
nothing to worry
small
about for a couple more years. Okay,
Right.
understood. Now, so... Understood. Well, what am I going to do? Still a woman likes to drink. Would you consider yourself an alcoholic, or you have it under control?
No, I'm an alcoholic.
Oh, you are.
And you know that.
All right.
Well, you know, Howard, they say the first step to solving a problem is acknowledging it.
Well, who said it was a problem?
No, I do think
So really, there's not a lot to do all day. You don't have to go to work. You don't have,
What do you do with
What
your
do you
day?
do all day? How does it work out? And
Well,
when do you
I have a couple of balconies on my condo, about 1, 2, 3, 4. About 5 balconies.
You might want to stay away from them.
Right.
I'm hoping that you got, like, Nerf furniture at home.
On the top one, I can lay it naked if I want.
You can lay naked?
You lay naked?
Yeah, because no one can see.
Well, that'll eat up a whole day.
Just getting up there could be tough.
Now, hold on a second. You lay naked all day at your condo. Do the people at the condo complain?
Well, there's airplanes that go by and,
Isn't it true you got arrested a few months ago for running on the boardwalk naked?
Did that
how did you know that?
I know everything. I researched.
I am omnipresent.
I am God.
Now, what happened there?
I don't even exist. I'm the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. What happened?
I'm the Holy Spirit.
Right.
She can't even see me.
What happened?
Well, I didn't get arrested.
I'll scream. She's going to look to her right.
What happened? Hold on, Bob. I'm trying to interview someone. Now hard time.
She looked at Fred. She looked at Fred when you screamed.
Now listen, Bobcat. I'm trying to interview Vicky.
I don't even exist in drunk world, woman.
All right, just calm down. Vicky.
I live right across the street from the ocean. And it so happened
I'm not even here.
Well, you do have a good body. Isn't it amazing that you have maintained your physique?
Well, if you don't eat, Howard, lots of alcoholics have good bodies.
I've been eating a lot, believe me.
Really?
Really? Oh, you have been eating?
Yes.
Right. And what happened? Are you a nudist?
No.
No. What happened? Why would you run on the boardwalk naked?
Well, because I was out of my mind.
You were drinking again, right?
Yeah, that's not usually on the checklist
I was, disorientated.
Gotta go to the grocery store, run on the boardwalk naked.
What did you think you were doing?
You were disoriented, right?
Yes, and I went across the street.
Do you want to stop drinking?
Bobcat, please, no time for a morality lecture right now.
I'm just asking her. I'm not
trying to
I'm
interview
not judging
Vicky.
her. I just wonder if she wants to stop.
No, she doesn't want to stop.
I'm not going to do an intervention here during your show.
If I want to stop, I'll stop.
Okay, I'm not going to get on your
all right.
My life.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bobcat. We don't need your dad here.
Does your father have a problem with you drinking?
Yeah, they all do, because none of them drink, believe it or not.
Well, what are you drinking? You think you have a problem or something? Like maybe you're trying to run from something? Were you ever molested as a child? Or
no,
do you ever?
Never.
No, you just like it. You like the way it tastes.
The drink.
Now, what do you got in this tumbler? What are you drinking right now?
Oranges.
Tumbler.
Orange juice.
You're being
and what?
kind, man.
Orange juice.
What are you drinking in that Sears weather beater bucket?
Yeah, what? Let me see. What is this? This is vodka and orange juice?
I don't drink vodka. I hate vodka.
I don't drink orange juice. What are you, crazy?
No, what are you drinking in there?
There's vitamins in that stuff.
What is that?
I don't know what it is, but I'm hammered. I'm completely sloshed.
Well, come on, Bobcat. Let Vicky
she did
talk.
tell us yesterday that she drinks rum.
Bacardi.
Rum.
What kind of rum?
Oh, stop saying
that. This is the first time I've ever got a contact buzz off of booze.
So what kind of drink is that, really?
It's Bacardi and orange juice.
All right. Now, that is your favorite drink. Now, you have had sex with a lot of different guys?
I'm sure the Bacardi company's really happy right now.
Bobcat,
the
please.
Bacardi company couldn't
Shut up already.
Hey, she found me at least.
Yeah, let me talk.
Just acknowledge me, Vicky, that's all.
Shut up.
Let me ask you something, Vicky.
What is that, Howard?
You were drinking yesterday at 4 in the morning. So let me get this straight. So you start drinking early in the morning, and you hang out at your balcony naked.
No, I do not.
You hang out on your balcony naked.
I go on binges.
Do your neighbors complain?
Oh, is that what it is? You go on binges?
Yeah.
Do your neighbors complain about this? Can't use the S word, can we? You play loud music in your apartment, and it disturbs the neighbors?
Well, I have a condo.
Right. And what do? You play the music loud and you're naked in there dancing around naked?
Are other people with you?
No, I don't dance around.
No, what do you do? Why is the music so loud? Why must it be loud? Is it hard for you to hear?
It sounds better.
It sounds better loud. And
what do you listen to?
Yeah.
I love you too.
Well, I love you too, but what do you listen to?
We're all glad you're here.
And what kind of shoes are you wearing? Show Bob your shoes. Let me see. Okay. Oh, you got very nice legs. Not you, Bob. I mean,
Good thing you're on cable.
Yeah, you know she doesn't have a bad body. Hey, stand up. Let me take a look at your body. Can you stand up, or are you that plastered?
Oh man.
All right, let me see how you're doing. You don't look bad. You got a bikini on? Let me see. Strip down to your bikini. Let me take a look.
Bikini.
All right, hold on. Vicky getting it. You like that, right? Why not? You got a good physique. Show it off. Plus, Bob likes it.
You might want to ask yourself.
What?
Did I put it on?
Right.
Yeah, you might have forgotten.
All right, let me see that. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness.
She didn't forget today.
Nice. You know, you don't look bad there, Vicky.
No cigarette burns?
No.
No cigarette burns.
You got a bit of a belly.
That's nice, Jackie.
That's the enlarged liver, Howard.
Let me see. You got a... Whoops. Oh, easy. Don't fall down now.
If you chuck on me...
Are you going to vomit?
Extra point.
No. Let me see. Let me take a look at you. Gee whiz, that's a sloppy bikini.
Whoa.
You didn't shave too close, did you there, Vicky?
Is that right?
Yeah, try to cover that up.
In her condition, she doesn't want to use a razor.
What is it, Baba Booey?
Boy, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in there.
You want to speak to one of Vicky's neighbors? Because, you know, Vicky's not really forthcoming about some of the things that go on in her neighborhood.
All right, there's one of Vicky's
neighbor.
Hello? Are you one of Vicky's neighbors?
Yeah.
And what is your problem with Vicky?
Well, just that she's a little bit of a disturbance to the neighborhood, but more so I'm worried about her children.
She has children?
Is that true, Vicky?
I have 2 girls.
Oh, do you
They
really?
live with you?
How old?
My parents.
Oh, with your parents. They live with the parents.
Not all the time. The parents have to come get her when she disappears.
Oh, you disappear and your kids?
That's who it is.
Who is that?
It's another one of the Pixies.
All right, thank you for the call.
Are you from 103 condo?
No.
You idiot.
Can you imagine?
Tell him off. Tell him off, Vicky. It's none of his business.
Sir, I recommend you becoming a big YouTube
right
fan.
now, Vicky?
Sir,
My parents. Oh, who are you?
Well, she's asking you a question, sir.
Hello.
Hello. This is Vicky. Who are you?
Mike.
You're on the air.
Over.
Big radio.
Well, Mike, why would you call here?
Well, you're a celebrity now, huh?
Oh, yeah, real big celebrity.
I think you should get help, and you shouldn't be so proud of what you're doing.
Proud of what?
She's just hanging out with us.
I'm just talking to people. What's wrong with that? Oh, boy.
Like a bobcat.
Yes, thanks. If I say it,
So why is it wrong? Vicky came down.
Jackie
She's a fan
said it, not me.
She's a fan of the show. I wanted to ask her about drinking. That's all.
You have to deal with reality. This is out there.
I know, but...
All right, thank you for the call, sir. If you have nothing, do you have anything to say to Vicky?
Anything else happening in the neighborhood you want to
Wait,
talk
I
about?
have one more thing to say. Mike. Hello, Mike.
Yeah?
Mike, why are you bothering me?
Well,
What
Vicky,
did I do to you?
you've been bothering us for months.
What have I done?
All the neighbors. You got your stereo on. You have the police there every week. You walk around naked.
Yeah, but don't you feel secure?
Oh, yeah.
At least you have the cops around.
Would you allow Vicky to talk to this man?
I'm sorry, I don't mean
Vicky, what do you have to say to this man about your
Let
lifestyle?
the healing begin.
Mike,
Vicky
look,
might get along.
look, Mike, I don't bother you. Please don't bother me, okay?
I'm sure there's stuff about Mike that bothers you.
And I'm sorry if I bothered you, but, you know, I didn't mean to bother you or anybody else, okay? I mind my own business. I come and go as I please.
No, Vicky, for your own sake, you should get help.
Right.
You should get help. You were in the hospital. You walked out on them. You really should go back and get some help. You got a problem.
Well, you go get some help. That's it.
All right.
Shut up.
Yeah, that way to
You've been
handle
in the
it.
hospital, Vicky.
I don't think this could be more surreal.
I don't know. I like
You realize
Vicky's body.
I'm the voice of reason here on this panel.
You know what? I'm sitting there looking at Vicky, and she sort of looks like a drunk Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, it's kind of a drunk Goldie Hawn. Bob, you know Goldie Hawn. Doesn't she look like a drunk Goldie Hawn?
Yeah. Well, Goldie Hawn is drunk most of the time.
No, you want to say you're making a joke, don't you?
That's right.
I don't care.
No, say you're making a joke, please.
Goldie Hawn is liquored up every moment of the day.
Bob, I'll say it for Bob. Bob is making a joke. Thank you, Bob.
What's wrong with me? I don't care.
Vicky.
I don't care anymore, Jack.
All right,
Howard,
Vicky.
I'll only talk to you now.
All right, just talk to me. I'll turn off.
Shut up.
I'm going to turn off Bobcat's mic. Vicky, now obviously you've been in the hospital and you've had
walked out,
and you've had some problems, but you walked out of the hospital, right? Why was that?
Because I didn't like their
food.
That's
Bobcat, no helping.
Forget it.
This is like doing Mad Libs.
I had
Vicky, what was your fantasy in coming down here today? Help me out with this. Why did you want to be down here with
I
Howard?
want to see you.
You want to see me? Are you physically attracted to me? Is that it?
Yeah.
You are. Wow, isn't that this?
Now, Vicky, I can imagine that you get into some pretty wild sexual escapades.
You're clapping in a forest by yourself.
Actually not, no.
Vicky, I picture you having wild sex because you're so loaded that maybe something happens sexually every day.
Stop, my daughters are listening.
Well, your daughters shouldn't be listening. That's the first thing. How old are they?
They are.
How old are they?
13 and 8.
Yeah, well, hey, Mom and Dad, turn off the radio.
Really?
So, let me ask you this. So, are you attracted to like a bobcat? Would you have sex with him?
Do you go to the PTA meetings?
No, seriously, look at Bobcat. Are you
She
attracted
don't
to him?
know. I'm the fairy.
Are you attracted?
Hi, I'm Pixie Bob. I'm
Do
a
you like him?
location.
Do you find him handsome?
I don't want to offend anyone. No.
really?
No, you don't find. I'm your type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I like long hair.
Right. Well, Bob used to have that.
Yeah, I used to have long hair.
Yeah.
Do you like a guy who doesn't drink, or does your guy have to drink?
She probably likes a guy who doesn't drink.
Doesn't.
Well, he wants to steal the liquor.
There we go again.
All right, easy
All
does
right.
it. Easy
Put a
does it.
bridle on that tongue.
You know, that bikini top doesn't exactly fit, does it?
Something's What's wrong with one side?
One of your breasts is sticking out of the bikini on the other side.
It's like mashing.
Yeah, fix the other side, too. There you go.
There you go. You're going to feel a lot better about yourself now. You don't want to see this later on being
now you look better. So, Vicky, help her, Bob. Fix her bikini bottom. Fix it.
I think it looks fine.
All right, very good. Anyway, Vicky.
You help her, Howard.
I certainly would.
She likes you because you got long hair.
Right. When's the last time you had sex with her?
I look like the cops that come.
You got a boyfriend?
Yes, I have a boyfriend, yes.
And what does he do?
He drives the truck.
He what?
Drives the truck.
He drives the truck? Yeah, yes. And he satisfies you sexually?
Beer. Yes. He drives the beer truck up to the house.
Shut up.
You can't find me. I'm over here. If you hear voices, odds are it's coming from there.
She needs a drink. Would you be quiet? You're making the woman drink. Go ahead. Take a sip.
I feel responsible now.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
So, anyway, I think she's going to puke.
Yeah, you can't get it down.
Vicky, you going to puke?
You don't puke, dude.
Man, I feel like I'm at the prom.
All right.
I'm okay.
That's my deal, puke on him.
Oh, thank you, Vic. That made me really happy.
What did she say?
She's going to puke on me.
Oh, she's going to puke on Bobcat.
That's really nice.
Anyway, Vicky, you look lovely in your bikini, I must say. It's quite a sight. And you really 30 years old, or you're lying about your age?
Use this.
No, I'm 30.
Are you 30?
I'll be 31 in November.
What happened to your husband?
He's a drunk, too.
Oh. Oh, dear.
And how much do you drink a day? Did you ever try to figure it out?
Well, I spend quite a bit.
Really? Can you drink a whole bottle of rum in a day?
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Like a fifth?
Oh, yeah. A fifth? What's a fifth?
I don't know. I'm not a drinker.
Fifth of what?
I've heard of it.
That's when I'm going to be pleading.
It's a big clear bottle with a bat on it.
Now,
the bottle, it's like this.
It's a big bottle of rum. And you go through that, and you start that early in the morning.
How many of those do you drink a day?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I don't drink. Sometimes I do.
Right. And
when you drink, you really go for it.
Yeah. I go for that buzz.
Right. And you never puke or anything. You're not a sloppy drunk. I mean,
no.
You just I understand.
You know your limit.
You know your limit.
Fred is from Mars. He's eating yogurt.
I know.
Or something. What are you eating?
Bobcat, I'm in the middle of an interview. Please. I'm in the middle of an interview.
If you're going to do couch, you have to be quiet.
Yeah.
He's going to hurl.
I'm going to throw you out of here.
Rob, do me a favor. Write me in.
I'm going to throw Bobcat's mic off. That's it. Now you're out. Now you're out. Now you're out. Now you're out. Now you're out of it.
Now he's pissed.
That's it. Goodbye. That's it. Goodbye. Get out.
She's
Get out. Get out.
You can't cut off his mic.
Oh, come on,
Come back.
Bobcat.
Don't go.
Sit down here and turn it off.
Get out. All right, sit down. You're doing good. Sit down.
Oh, he's leaving. See?
All right. You feel better now?
I'm sensitive.
Are you really?
No, I don't give a rat's ass.
All right, I'm going to turn off your mic then. All right, your mic is off now. No, try and stay with the topic, okay? Not Fred.
Yeah, drunk woman?
Yeah.
No, it all tied in.
Don't call me a drunk woman.
Okay.
All right.
Call me Vicky.
All right. I'm the next Vicky.
And it was funny. The other day you had Vicky and Gail on with your wife and stuff. I have a sister named Gail, and you said Gail, with her Valium and stuff, get a Royal Valium.
Nothing like hearing you talk about the show.
You know, but she gets it all.
Yeah, she hears it. You're a big fan of the show.
Yes,
Do you drink during the show usually?
Would you be a character witness for me?
Yeah. So
when I get up on time.
All right, so Vicky, what you're saying is that you sit and listen to the show and you drink. Now, on an average, when you're really on a binge, you're saying if you start at like 6 in the morning drinking, you can go through like 2 huge bottles of rum?
No, one. One.
But you don't stop except for sleep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, I just got, I don't know if I should say this on the air. A whole bottle of Valium filled, 100, and there's 50 gone.
Oh.
Huh?
You have a whole bottle of Valium?
And you took
I didn't
50
take them.
already?
You took 50 Valium?
I took about a half.
I think Mike, your neighbor, stole.
No. Who?
I can't believe Mike called.
Now, what about?
Believe it.
What is this about the Valium? You got a hold of some Valium?
Oh, well, I go to cardiologist just because I get panic attacks.
A cardiologist.
A bacardiologist.
You get a panic attack?
You get a panic attack.
What would that be, last call?
And Why am I staring at Vicky's body and going, I would have sex with her?
You're a sick
What kind of
man.
demon am I?
You're a very sick man.
What? Pretty bad.
Dude,
So-
seriously, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
The flames.
I got them refilled.
Yeah, you got the Valium refilled?
100 in a bottle. They're 5 milligrams, not the generic brand, the one with the V in the middle.
Right.
And I just counted them today. There's like 50 gone.
Why are you counting your Valium?
Well, what else has she got to do? She doesn't work.
Because my...
Counting volumes on the wall. That don't bother me.
All right, let me do
at
this,
all.
Robin, because we're behind schedule. Let me take a commercial break. Vicky, if I may take a commercial break.
Did you bring your Valium?
Let me take a commercial break. I'll wrap this up when I get back with Vicky, with Bobcat, and then we'll go to the news.
All right.
And we'll call it a day. Vicky, you hold on. Bobcat, hold on. Everyone just calm down.
Uh-oh.
What is the Uh-oh. Are you going to vomit?
Oh, gee.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Oh, I thought you were going to puke.
She's warming up.
Just a little. Don't make your noises on this show.
Does the Valium...
Don't make your noises.
Does the Valium calm you down for drinking, or does the drinking calm you down for taking the Valium?
Am I in the air now?
Yes.
Oh, I am?
No,
Yeah.
this is the pre-interview.
Oh, I took my headphones off. You say you're gonna...
But you still can hear us.
What?
She's a pro. Leave her
Yeah,
alone.
she is. I'm sorry.
I don't take Valium, no.
All right, thank you. All right.
She only took a half hour.
All right, listen, Vicky, hold on. I'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back right after this. Good.
With the Howard Stern
All right, we're back. I just want to wrap things up and make everything tidy. Vicky, who is sitting here in her beautiful bikini, she has come down here. We asked her to come down. We wanted to see her. She called in a little inebriated yesterday, and she is drunk today.
She's more drunk today.
Vicky, we've learned about you. We learned you're at war with your neighbors. You're a little bit bored with your life because you sit
What
at
would
home
you
all
like
day.
to be doing?
Acting?
Well, my father just bought me a house,
Good.
so I'm going to move. The closing is next week.
Oh, I wish I had your father.
And so I'm getting ready. I'm getting movers in to pack stuff and leave.
So that's what you want to do. That's your whole goal in life.
And
Now, how are you going to find the house? I guess your goal is to
It's
find the
already
house.
built.
Oh, it is built.
It's built.
Maybe it's
I
like,
hope it's away from other people.
I hope it's a detox center, and they're just telling her, you own the whole place.
There you go.
Oh, yes, these people
Shut
are your
up.
neighbors.
These are your
I
servants. That's why they don't wear pants.
So, Vicky,
I picked you as a child and upgraded.
I bet you don't even have kids. I bet you have like 2 midgets sponging off you.
I have 2 girls, Victoria and Carrie. I love you, Mommy. I love you.
all right, now listen to me.
Mom, keep the kids.
Hey.
She's almost like Magoo. She keeps her eyes closed.
Well, if you listen, Vicky's had a lot to drink. You've already downed, what, a whole bottle of rum this morning?
No.
How much rum have you had?
2 bottles.
What?
2 bottles.
2 bottles?
Just a glass.
Just
a tumbler.
Just a
One
tumbler?
glass.
No, you've had more than that. I mean, Vicky, you're pretty wasted. I mean, you're having trouble keeping your eyes open, aren't you?
No, must be the eye makeup that you're seeing.
Oh, okay. Well, it's very lovely. All right. Anyway, you're going to move to. So your goal is
I'm
to
getting
move.
drunk, huh?
Yeah, no.
I'm getting a buzz. Honest to God.
Bobcat's totally drunk.
That's why I stayed. I'm so ripped right now.
And yet here she is in her bikini, you're looking lovely, Robin. She is not a total
You
mess.
want to take her to Jumbie Bay?
Yeah, I'm going to take her on vacation with me. She's a lot of fun. So you
maybe she could watch the kids.
So in other words, yeah, exactly.
She's good with kids.
So in other words, you don't spend your day working or looking for work because you're independently wealthy.
And
so
you got the boyfriend who's the truck driver.
Right, so you have sex every day with the boyfriend?
When I can, yeah.
Yes, and then you drink, and
Does
also...
he drink?
Do you watch TV?
No, he doesn't drink at all.
Do you run around a lot? Do you, do you get exercise? What do you do?
Nothing.
There's nothing. You just sit in the apartment.
Basically, yes.
Really? That is amazing.
You have no interest.
Well, I love horseback riding and gymnastics.
Gymnastics? Now, when do you do gymnastics?
I think when the cops ask her to walk a straight line.
Yeah, that's gymnastics.
It's on the balance beam, man.
Yeah. You're saying when the cops
Get
ask
a load
her...
of me. I'm at the Olympics.
Oh, I see. All right, wait a second.
Get a load of me. I'm Nadia Comaneci.
Vicky, let me get this straight.
Robin, stick up for me.
I'm trying.
She's trying. She's too busy laughing.
You drink a lot, Robin.
Let me see you. Let me, as a final shot for me, we're talking about gymnastics. Do a little something for me. Do a gymnastic move. Close your eyes and touch your finger to your nose. Let me see.
She's going to smack me.
All right, you got it on the second try.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
So, and you go horseback riding. And when you go horseback riding, does the horse drink too? Or do you, what do you do? Oh, Bobcat Bonding with Vicky.
You make me laugh.
What?
All right, let's use the mic.
You make me laugh.
Thank you. Thank God
Are
someone
you sure
does.
it's Howard?
Right. I think it's the booze. Ever throw up on a horse's mane?
No, but I went horseback.
What?
Stop that.
Okay.
Don't give me ideas. Horseback riding once, and there was this horse in front of me and you don't know the pee that comes out. It was steaming. Like,
yeah, it was steaming.
and then it just jumped. What? And then it just jumped. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then,
great story. You want to get on the Letterman show.
That makes her laugh too, Howard. So I don't feel so good if you make her laugh.
Right.
And then?
Yeah.
And then I just called.
And then it had
my nose.
It had a collapsed colon.
I was suffocated myself.
Because she forgot to breathe through her mouth.
Oh, you couldn't breathe because the horse made a duty?
I couldn't take it. I just went like this.
Oh, boy.
What are you, holding your breath?
Just thinking about it, yeah.
Did you ever see Bobcat's horse movie where he talked to a horse?
Yeah, he lived with
Are you
a
a
horse.
fan of that? He actually worked with a horse.
She watched it and thought it was real.
Yeah.
I got a horse like that. So it gave me some.
Black Velvet is out again.
That's a good one.
Black Velvet.
You ought to get your drink.
You mean the bottle?
What about Black Velvet? Did you go see? So you do go to the movies?
There's going to be a drinking movie.
Oh, you do. So you get out.
I just saw the Flintstones the other night.
You saw Black Velvet was going to be a drinking film.
So you saw the Flintstones the other night. How was that?
It was good. I said Barney didn't look like
There at the condo?
Barney didn't look like Barney?
No.
I thought that was a ripoff.
No.
Totally stupid.
You know, the whole movie just was like the cartoon.
And then when they laughed, Betty and what's her name? Betty and Wilma?
Steve?
Veronica.
Yeah, what about Betty and Wilma?
like that, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, listen. So, anyway, you're enjoying your life. Are you enjoying your life? Or why you drink so much?
I don't think you're happy.
You have tremendous freedom. You have the money to do anything you want. You have children.
This is what most people aspire to.
Yeah, this is a tremendous life you're having, that you have a father who supports you.
Are you a psychologist?
No, I didn't say I was a psychologist.
Just asking a question.
I do have my doctorate, though, in humanities. Now, why not do charity work or go out and have, take up,
Or just read a book.
Right, or direct a clown movie. Do something. I mean, you got the money to do it. You don't like clowns?
No, I hate them.
Well, so does Bobcat.
Don't say that to Bobcat.
Right. No, but I'm saying, why not do something?
What would I do?
Well, what I would do if I was you, can I fantasize for a second?
Archery?
First thing I would do.
Over here. That's me, man.
Fart in here.
I didn't fart. I said archery.
Are you smelling Bobcat?
Yeah. Oh, man. You know,
Right, she has to take a drink.
she can burst into flames, and I'll get blamed. Honest to God.
Let me ask you, Vicky. This is my fantasy for you. First of all, you're a woman in shape. The first thing you do, you get off the booze, right? Let's say you could stop drinking.
I wonder what you'd be like without the booze.
Stop that.
Whoa.
All right, you could get off the booze. You could be with the kids. You could...
Don't you want to have your kids live with you?
That's why I'm moving down where my father brought me a house.
Right. And even I see, your eyes are a little yellow. That could be a sign of liver.
Jaundice.
That's jaundice. Now, how'd you get that?
That's from liver damage.
Liver damage. You want to live, don't you?
Yes.
So then what I'm saying is, why not stop the drinking? You know, you're an attractive woman. You could certainly get a few dates.
It's not good to see Mom falling around the house.
Yeah. You could, I don't know, you could get into film and books, and you could listen to music. You could take up hobbies, real athletic hobbies,
Think
rollerblading.
of the positive impact you could have on the world.
Really enjoy the outdoors. You know what I'm saying? There's so many, all the sports, you could get even into computers maybe.
Traveling.
You know? Enjoy the world of computers and travel. What do you think?
Well, go on. Tell me more.
More?
Yeah.
I mean, that will keep me busy all the time.
You'd be very busy if you just did those things.
Right. Start with those things, and I'll come up with more stuff for you to do.
I will write me a letter.
Oh, boy.
All right. I'll write you a letter. All right. Did she say write me a letter?
Yeah.
You want me to write you a letter?
Write me a letter. Let me know if you care that much.
About what?
You said that, you cared and
No, I didn't say I cared. I just said that's what I would do if I was in your situation.
Oh, all right. Well, if you cared, then you obviously have an interest in what I do.
No, I said I didn't care. I just said that's what I would do. If I had your money and your life, I would really go out. Wouldn't you, Bobcat, what do you like to do?
Geez, I like the young people's music.
Right, you like to listen to music?
I enjoy performing.
Right.
And making people happy.
Right.
I'm trying to put the fun back in funny.
All right, so there you go. There's a guy who has a mission in life. Now, Vicky, do you know what I'm saying, though? Do you see how much fun he's having?
When you were a little girl, what did you want to be, Vicky?
Yeah, Vicky, when you were a little girl, what did you want to be?
A kindergarten teacher.
Well, why don't you go do that?
Yeah, that's not that hard.
Yeah, how hard could that be? That's not much of a challenge. You could still drink and be that.
No,
Pays great.
No, but I'm saying once you get off the liquor, you will see there's a whole range of interests you could get into.
You could have your kids living with you. That's all right.
All right, anyway, Vicky, I want to thank you for coming in. It's a pleasure to meet you, one of our fans. Thank you for stripping down to your bikini.
Pleasure for me to meet Howard's target audience.
Right, and Bobcat, pleasure to see you.
Talking to
Good
Bobcat.
to see you, as usual.
As usual, you paneled very well with Vicky here, and the two of you are excellent guests on my show.
I've been trying to get a series going.
Yeah.
You and Vicky.
Vicky will be in Shakes the Clown, too. Bob is putting it together, and she will actually shake, and then they'll get
Still
a clown.
shaking.
Still shaking. But Bobcat, congratulations on all of your success and lighting the Tonight Show set on fire and the fire extinguisher.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah. And,
What's wrong with you? Yeah, you mind you?
What the hell is wrong with you? What are you, Prometheus?
And Vicky, congratulations
Johnny
to you.
Appleseed
What
of
is
fire?
What is it, Baba Booey? Quickly.
There's a guy on the phone. He's called like 3 times, and he's really upset. He's one of those guys that goes around the country helping people like Vicky.
Yeah.
And he feels that she's making statements, and he wants to help her. He wants to talk to her.
Sir, do you want to date with her, or do you want to help her?
I want to help her, Howard.
Really? Well, go ahead. Help Vicky real quick. Vicky, are you looking for help?
I travel around talking to kids and people like this in reference. I think what your show is doing today is showing other drunks and alcoholics, how people really look when they're drinking or drugging. What really upset me and really pissed me off was, Vicky, when you said that you loved your kids. You love your kids. How can you say you love your kids when can't you see what you're doing to them and yourself? What I'd like to do is, off the air, Howard, give you my number, and I'd like
So
to...
what are you? Are you a psychiatrist?
No, I used to play pro basketball, Howard, and what I do is I'm a recovering person, and I travel around the country. I live in Jersey, speaking to kids and adults in reference to these things, drugs and alcohol.
Really? Well, that's like Bob does with the fire prevention now.
Is this a community service thing? I know this is...
What's your name, sir?
They call me Big Al, and the program I put on is called Do Hugs, Not Drugs. And I believe if your kids are really...
I don't do any drugs.
Well, alcohol's a drug, Vic. And you have to realize
I know alcohol's a drug.
And Vicky, if your father's listening, I wish he would stop buying these things because he's only enabling you to die. And I wish he would just let you hit your bottom. Vicky, I really feel sorry.
What do you suggest that I do?
I suggest that maybe that if you can get off after you get off the air, I'm on the road right now. That if you don't want to call me, I left my number up there. If you don't want to call me, but call somebody, please. If not for your sake right now.
Wow, this is a whole, Oprah show.
Yeah.
No, just for your kids' sake, Howard. Because this, I really appreciate you very much. You do a great job.
Of course I do.
And I think this right now is doing more good, I think, for a lot of the alcoholics and drug addicts that might be listening.
Is that right, Bobcat?
Big Al, do you like me?
Bobcat, I love you.
Thanks, Al. Let me go on.
Then we have no problem.
But I left my number.
You're replacing her one addiction with a hugging addiction.
That's right. And you know what that'll lead to? That'll lead to intercourse.
Hey, Bob, I never heard of anyone dying from a hug.
All right, very good there, Big Al. Hold on, and we'll see if we get to... Vicky, you want to speak to Al?
For 1 second, if I could.
No, off the air.
Off the air.
Okay. Howard,
you want to say anything to him?
I gave Gary my phone number.
All right, hold on. Vicky needs to say something to you. Go ahead, Vicky, quickly.
Hello, Al?
Yes.
Yes. I appreciate your call. And I'd like to be in touch with you if you call me. Or
she wants to give you a Mai Tai recipe.
No, I'll tell you what.
Right, hold on.
That Al Roker does a tremendous job helping the young people.
He sure does. Anyway, there he is, Al, the basketball player.
Big Al.
Al Chamberlain, I think.
Al Big the Hugger.
Al Big the Hugger.
I don't trust anybody that hugs.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I always think they're getting gratuitous feels.
Now, Vicky, you're going to need some help getting out of your chair, aren't you?
Yeah.
Out of where?
Well, the chair's on
Out of
wheels.
the chair. You want to wheel Vicky out of here? Maybe that'd be easier for you. What do you say, Vicky? All right, Vicky, Bobcat, help Vicky up, will you?
Thank you, Vicky.
Have you no feeling?
She has to put her dress back on, she said.
Why do you have to put your dress on?
Well,
she's a modest girl.
You're modest?
Come on, John's going to help me.
All right, Vicky puts on her dress.
Vicky's getting dressed now.
Hey, Vicky, why are you getting your dress on? Let me ask you something. You ever think about the vending business? Getting into that?
What's that?
The vending business? You ever see these vending machines? Whoops, Vicky almost fell out of her chair. John, give her a hand, will you?
We need 2 for this.
All right, we need 2 people help. Want 2 people hold Vicky while she gets her dress on,
she
please.
gets up, she's going to need another person on the other side.
Make sure the camera's not missing a bit of this.
You're talking to Vicky about the vending business?
I'm trying to, but she can't get into her dress without John's assistance.
How did you get dressed?
I'll just pull it all up.
Vicky, who dressed you this morning?
I've been up. I dressed myself.
That was before she started drinking. So it was easier then.
So I'll get one side, I'll get the other.
You know,
it's incredible.
Vicky, remember?
Hey, John,
call Big Al.
Look at don't touch her there, please.
What is he doing?
I don't know. Whoa. Oh, oops. All right.
She's like a leaning tower.
All right, Vicky is getting the dress on. Cocktail dress, very beautiful cocktail dress.
Yeah, you need a hand getting under there.
Love to see Bobcat.
Why don't you grab her around the waist, Gary?
It wouldn't take much, huh?
Right.
It wouldn't take much.
Vicky, you're almost handicapped. You can't even stand up on your own.
All right. So that limo gets to park anywhere, pretty much.
Right. Put on your belt.
Where's the guy that knows where I have to go get my kids?
You're going to go get your kids?
Not
Call
now.
the Al guy first.
She doesn't need to get her kids.
Yeah.
You don't need to get your kids yet.
No. They can stay with their mom. They're okay right now. Call Big Al. It's going to get you on that hug addiction.
Vicky, I'm going to put Big Al's number right in your bag here.
And Gary, call him for.
He's on the road, taking somebody to the depot.
John putting Vicky's belt on. Hold on 1 second. There you go. All right.
Okay.
Vicky, consider the vending business. That's what my message is to you.
That would be a good way to spend your time, going around collecting money out of vending machines.
All right, Vicky. Thank you for coming in, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
All right, and Bobcat, you might want to kiss Vicky goodbye.
I just want to see her walk.
All right, well, we want to watch you walk out. You want to walk out or be wheeled out? All right, there she goes.
When you walk.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Okay. There she goes. Here goes Vicky.
Whew.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of laughs.
You know FDR walked better than her? All right, anyway, let me just say the vending business. Can I do that here, Fred?
You know, she's perfectly fine. She drinks herself into being a cripple.
Yes. Let me just say that the vending business is an excellent business for somebody to get into.
It's a tremendous industry.
It really is. It's a $30 billion a year industry, and I'll tell you why I like it. People are looking to make extra money, trying to make ends meet, and you can really propel yourself into a whole different way of life with this vending business. If I had a vending machine on this floor, Robin, if I had a snacks and soda machine...
You keep talking about it, and I keep waiting for these machines
I'm thinking of doing it. I would do it.
Still...
I'm going to do it.
No way to get a snack or a drink on this floor.
Listen to this. For under $9,000, you get into exclusive vending. So many of our listeners have joined up, and now they have vending routes. And you're saying, I know. Hey, I don't know anything about stocking a vending machine. I don't know how to get a vending route. They do it all for you. And all your job is to go around and collect the cash out of the vending machines. It is a tremendous opportunity.
Bob, if you're running all over the country, you could have them nationwide.
Well, don't laugh. It is a tremendous opportunity.
No, I'm going to get on the bottom floor of this.
Exclusive vending. Let me give you the number, 1-800-255-5700. Well, Bob makes jokes. He's a very rich guy. Despite his working man image, this is a guy who was making $600,000-$700,000 a film.
I see.
And let's be honest, this guy's got FU money. But you don't have FU money. If you want it...
You want to get...
I get into money, okay?
Exclusive vending. You have a lot of money. You're laughing at vending, but let me tell you something.
I'll tell you how much money I make if you say how much money you make.
I'm not going to tell you how much money I make. How
well, you're
dare
wrong
you?
on those figures.
What?
You're wrong on those figures.
I know what you made for Police Academy 3.
You're dreaming.
I know exactly what you made. And you made $600,000, and so did Kazurinsky. All right. 1-800-255-5700.
Good, I can run for governor now.
There you go.
Yeah, you totally disclosed.
1-800-255-5700. What's going on, Gary?
No, Vicky, I think, has a full day planned ahead because she just said, how far is Tavern on the Green from here?
Oh, boy.
No. That woman needs to go to bed.
I can't wait for her.
All right.
Well, maybe she does need something to eat, though.
Yeah. Well, Goldthwait's going out with her. the Tavern on the Green.
Yeah, I am.
Bobcat. He's
having
always
a power lunch.
Yeah. 1-800-255-5700. Seriously, on this exclusive ending, it's a wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Ah, what a day. What a show, huh, Robin?
Oh, my.
Bobcat was good.
Excellent.
Vicky, the drunk, was great.
And she was drunk.
They just said that. Stunner and John just carried her down to her car.
Oh. And they said she had appointments.
Oh, yeah. She has appointments. Well, yeah.
Isn't it amazing that she can still think of doing business in that state?
I don't know what kind of business she's doing, but she has appointments.
But she's actually going to make them.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I've got a production company now. I might put her in a sitcom.
She's a natural.
She's natural.
But if she ever gets cured, your series is over.
I know. Sort of sad. Maybe I better not put her in a sitcom. I'll be an enabler.
Trust her.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was Vicky, and she's going on her merry way. I often fantasize what it would be like to have enough money where you could live comfortably and just do your own thing. Would I become an alcoholic, or would I...
She's like a female Arthur.
Right. See, I think there are enough things to keep me busy. I have enough interest but maybe I'd start hitting the bottle. I don't know.
I think you got to really like that stuff.
Yeah.
You got to like that buzz.
Yeah. I never really got to finish my thesis on Letterman.
Letterman, yeah.
But suffice to say, I mean, it was fine to do and everything, and I had a good time, but...
well, I'll evaluate it this afternoon.
No, you'll like it.
I usually do.
No, you'll like it. It's a fun show.
I always notice what Letterman's up to.
Yeah. It's just... Listen, Letterman does a great show. That show is great. But like even Bobcat was saying to me, then you get on, and you think you kind of like know the show because you watch it and you enjoy it. But then you get on, it's not the same Letterman. It's a weird thing. He has his whole point of view, and he likes to hold control of the show. I mean, at one point, he's actually physically holding me, which is probably the perfect analogy for our relationship. I mean, right there.
I find it interesting that you continue to enjoy this.
I don't. That's what I wanted to tell you before Bobcat came in. I don't enjoy doing the show. And then it's like, afterwards everyone's evaluating you. You walk out after doing the show, and then like he's got a whole staff there that, they applaud, and everyone's evaluating. And it's like, what do I need this for? What am I doing?
But I've told you before that I don't think Letterman affords you the respect that you deserve.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like...
Just as you say he's fawning over Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And he can do no wrong, and he's very respectful, and he just lets that guy come on and do and say whatever he wants.
Right.
And he would never be disparaging or condescending.
Yeah.
But with you...
Yeah, it's real weird.
This, what are you doing now, Howard?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you have to do that?
Yeah, he wasn't like that this time. He was
sure?
much better. Yeah, he was much better. It wasn't bad. It's just that I don't know if I'm... I'm sort of... the kind of guy who comes out there and wants to fool around and do whatever he wants, and then I see this lady sitting there, and I just wanted to mess around with her, and it like Paul Schaefer, when I said, okay, play some strip music so I could take my clothes off, Paul Schaefer was like frightened.
He doesn't take orders from you.
No, he was like really afraid. Like, what do I do here? Do I take...
If I play this music, will Dave be angry?
Yeah, I mean, it was like one of those, and I just went, he's just uptight.
Yeah, what a fun room.
Yeah. But it was very relaxed. We had a nice conversation and all that. It was funny. I mean, there's no question about it. I'm better than any of these other guests that they have on there, and I suppose...
Well, I don't think that's a requirement for the show. I saw Adam Sandler on there on Friday night.
And he was completely uninteresting.
Not funny at all.
Yeah. So, I went on and did it. I think I like to go back and just keep checking in and seeing what the hell's going to be next. I'm basically a curious person. I like to just see what's going to happen next, but... I don't know, man. I'm going to cool out from the talk show circuit for a while. See, the whole trick to a talk show is at least for me, is that the person doing the talk show has got to relinquish some control. They've got to allow you to do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or they got to work with you. They've got to get into something when you start talking about it. And Dave did that. Don't get me wrong. He got into it, but... Then when I wanted to take it the extra mile and really go wild, it's like, you're going too wild.
Wait a minute, Howard. I'm not ready to go there yet.
Yeah. That's sort of it. And he's got this whole 11:30 attitude now, the Carson thing. And, I could dig where he's coming from. He's just... It's making a lot of dough, and I don't know. There's a certain control thing there. I don't. I haven't formulated all my opinion on it, but you'll see. It's a good appearance. I'm not here to put down Letterman or something. I thought that the appearance was fine. It's just hard to figure out what's going on there, and everybody has a different sensibility, and it's just real strange. Paul Schaefer can't even play any music, strip music for you, because he's afraid what Dave's going to do. And
any music he does play, Dave has already approved.
Yeah, exactly. So it just got, I don't know. It's just kind of... Plus, I hate hanging around the city so long and sitting around and waiting to do the Letterman show. And waiting. And then,
well, maybe you ought to take up drinking.
Yeah, really. And then you got to stand back. The worst part is you're standing backstage waiting to go on, and then Dave has to do his top 10 list. And it's like, just give me a, I want to just do this and go home.
Well, 2 days ago, before you did it, you said you enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, maybe I wasn't in touch with myself. I don't know if I enjoy it anymore.
You said you like doing it, and that's why you're going to...
You know what it is? When you first do it, it's like really incredible that you're doing this, and you're reaching all these people all at once on a network, and then... Then after a while, you start questioning, what the hell it is you're doing in life. Why do I have to be David Letterman's performing monkey? Make Dave laugh. What's that all about?
Do a good job for Dave.
Yeah. If I had something to promote, like a movie or something, I'd go on there and, do it.
So you're not doing any more appearances unless they work for you, not just making any...
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm tired of appearing. We have enough appearing. We have our own TV show. We have our own radio show. We have our own everything. You're writing a book. I wrote a book. We pretty much...
We appear.
We appear. So I'm not really going to appear anywhere, unless they call, of course.
I know. As soon as that call comes in, you're going to have to take it.
We'll always have that. Yeah, I'm like a drug addict. I'm like Vicky with her alcohol.
It's
calling me. I gotta go.
Howard, you can do another talk show.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I love talk shows. And you know what it is? When I was a kid growing up, I loved to watch talk shows.
Right.
I mean, that was my thing. I lived for Mike Douglas. Mike Douglas.
Even that one.
Yeah, I lived for all those talk shows.
I used to watch Virginia Graham.
Me too, every day.
Gypsy Rose Lee.
Yeah, all the time. And I said, and I became really astute at knowing what a good talk show guest is, and that's why they all like me. So, So when you first start going on, you're like, wow, I'm on a talk show.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Look at me. I'm Gypsy Rose Lee.
And then when you got those regular callbacks, I'm a regular.
Yeah, I'm regular. I'm what was that lady that used to go on all the time?
Oh, Dodie Goodman.
Dodie Goodman. I'm Dodie Goodman on Jack Parr. And it's cool. You're accepted. Yeah. My whole thing is about being accepted.
Absolutely.
Even though I've never been accepted, I'm still trying to get accepted.
This is some kind of acceptance.
Yeah. But anyway, let's do the news. We're getting off to
I always enjoy that conversation.
Yeah, we have that conversation at least twice a year.
Every time you do this.
Yeah, right.
We evaluate. Should you be doing this? What is it all about?
Yeah, and you know what? And then you realize at some point, why am I evaluating everything so much? I should be in a mental hospital.
We have a grade of our own.
Yeah.
You go back on Letterman again? Was he good enough for you?
Yeah, it's a whole weird trip I lay on myself.
Which host do you like better? I like better with Jay, but then Letterman.
Letterman has a bigger... Yeah, I go through there. Letterman's got a bigger audience, but Jay, I don't know. Jay lets me do my thing, and maybe Jay... And then you get to panel, it's better, there's more people.
He doesn't do the pre-interview.
Yeah, and then Jay works with you, but then again...
But it's Letterman.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, man. It's just, you know what? It's stupid.
I think we enjoy it.
Yeah.
We enjoy the whole process.
Exactly. Anyway, Robin, go ahead.
Yes, today in the news, Howard, O.J. Simpson's going to be back in court.
Oh, no kidding. What time?
I don't know exactly what time they're doing it today, but usually, we're dealing with that Pacific time, so it doesn't happen before noon here anyway.
I love it. I love the days when O.J.'s on TV.
Well, they don't know if they're going to show it everywhere. Court TV and CNN will definitely be showing the court proceedings.
Then I'm there.
But ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox have decided that they'll wait and see. I
love it.
Today.
I love to look at O.J. I love to watch his lawyer sitting next to O.J. I like to see if O.J.'s smiling. And then when O.J. just smiles at something, I go, look at that son of a bitch smiling.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does he smile? Oh, so defiant. Oh, I love it.
Let me tell you something. I read something the other day that made me laugh. The people in California are afraid that O.J. being in court on TV will have a detrimental effect on people going to the polls during the primaries in November.
That's right. I'm not leaving the house.
So they're hoping that Judge Ito, Lance Ito...
Judge Ito, who's now become more important than the President of the United States.
Judge Ito.
Yes, Judge Ito.
Yes, they're hoping that he will recess the trial.
Oh, my God.
On the 7th and 8th of November, I think it is.
This is the greatest show business happen. Whoever thought O.J. would become the greatest show business attraction?
I'm sure he never knew that he had this big drawing power, or he would have gotten a lot more and been a star.
Right.
In more movies.
So what does this teach you about TV? If you have a real-life television star, somebody who can actually go out and murder someone, they will become the biggest television star. Now,
who
knowing
is going to be the person to bring this to prime time?
I'll tell you who. Now, you take someone like Vicky, who is a real drunk, and you put her in a show about drunks, that would be a big star. So that's what it teaches you. Thank you.
If people want to see real life, it's much more exciting than fiction.
You put Jackie Jokeman and Vicky in a show together. I'm guaranteeing you they will be the biggest stars in the country.
The Lost Weekend.
The Lost Weekend. Every weekend.
The drunk Bickerson.
Right.
Yes, I know me.
Also, O.J. was moved to a new cell yesterday. Now you can truly say O.J. is behind bars. Before he had that big metal door. But they moved him to one of those areas of the jail where they have high-profile criminals.
Yes.
Or suspected criminals. And O.J.
I see O.J.
I see O.J. behind bars now.
Right, O.J. O.J. is an open and shut case. It's
They're
so ridiculous.
also backing off of the ice cream defense.
Right, good.
Now, I understand that...
What about the milk dud defense?
Some kind of a discrepancy in the story that was floated yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. They'll be arguing about what kind of evidence the prosecution needs to turn over to the defense today, as well as some other motions. Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley, we've mentioned them before. Michael Jackson announcing that he will foot the bill for a young Hungarian child who needs a liver transplant. Doctors said the child would not live more than a year without it.
Boy, that kid really owes Michael Jackson.
Needs to come to the West because they don't have the kind of equipment necessary in Hungary for that operation.
Gee.
Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie apparently so taken with the child that they decided to foot the entire bill and make a big announcement about it, and they went back to the hospital yesterday privately and spent several more hours with the youngster.
Oh, he's very cute.
Aren't they supposed to be loving each other? Didn't they just...
No.
Yeah, aren't they on a honeymoon?
Honeymoon's over. They need to see kids now. Let me tell you something. The pictures are a lot less threatening now because still Michael Jackson is in pictures with kids. I'm sure his PR people go nuts. He's still got to be around these kids, and he's waving off the balcony, but he's got Lisa Marie standing there.
But you notice that. Who's on whose hip?
The little boy, not Lisa Marie.
Right, on Michael's hip. Lisa Marie, mom, is not holding the baby.
What do you do if you're the Hungarian parents? You go, well, he's going to save the kid and get him a liver, but...
his parents were pretty much absent anyway. He was basically abandoned, this little boy.
Wow.
So, the other thing I hear about Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie, there's a rumor that Michael Jackson has offered to pay Danny Keough, Lisa Marie's former husband, $1 million to allow Michael Jackson to adopt his kid.
Sell the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, that's what Michael thinks, I suppose, that babies can be bought. If that's true. I don't know that it's true. It's just a rumor at this point in time.
Good for you uncovering that, Robin.
I didn't uncover it.
Here.
Let me see what else is going on. George Michael, not through with Sony. He lost that case. He was suing Sony Music to get out of his contract.
This guy's nuts.
And not only did he lose the case, but they said he'd have to pay all the court costs, which are estimated to be about $9.24 million to $10.78 million.
Wow. That guy doesn't have that kind of money.
So now he's going to appeal. He's not through.
Oh, my God.
He wants to lose every dime. He wants to go into negative numbers, I suppose.
This guy...
So he's still trying to break that contract.
Signed a contract to record for, I guess it's Sony?
Mm-hmm.
He signed a contract to record for Sony.
It was a 15-year contract.
Yeah, whatever he did there. And he decided, I'm not recording anymore for them. I don't want to record for them anymore. I want to break my contract. And he goes to court. You can't. It's a contract. You can't sign a contract and then break the contract.
What is he complaining about? They say here in the paper that he's worth $108 million.
That sounds like he's getting a pretty fair deal. And secondly, at what point do you say...
He calls that professional slavery.
Well,
make me a slave.
Yeah, put me in handcuffs and take me away, Sony Records.
I'm telling you. I don't think slavery in the old days was like that.
Professional slavery. He entered the agreement. What was he, a nitwit? I mean, suddenly now he's smart?
Saying, yeah.
Oh, I was a nitwit back then, now I'm smart. No, they hired him when he was nobody and he had nothing going on, and they signed him to a contract. Now he wants to change it. And instead of being a man and going to him and saying, look, let's make a fairer deal, and can we work something out here? No, you're going to go sue him. This way, yeah. And Sony was smart. They didn't settle or do anything. They went right to court with him.
Why not? This is a cash cow they have there.
And he's always got to bug this guy. He's always perturbed. You ever see? He's one of those guys, he's perturbed.
Everything's upsetting.
He's upsetting. Everything is upsetting. The world is upsetting. Him and Goldthwait.
Never happy.
There you go. What else you got there, Robin, that I can talk about that I know nothing about? Go ahead.
The head of the NAACP, Benjamin Chavez, I told you he was in trouble. Some woman was threatening to slap him with a sexual harassment suit, from what we understood. So he arranged a payoff for her of something like $332,000. Then he stopped the payment, so the woman came forward and said that she was sexually harassed and was going to sue him.
Mm-hmm.
And the settlement came to light. The NAACP board of directors said they had never been informed, and they felt a little bad about that. Now there is a report in the paper today that Carl Rowan, the columnist,
right,
has found out that Benjamin Chavez lied when he said sexual harassment had nothing to do with this case. He says now that the settlement was not even considered until this woman in question threatened to make public their adulterous affair. So sex did have something to do with it, according to Rowan. He calls Chavez a liar, and there are a number of people who are calling for him to step down as the head of the NAACP. Chavez, on the other hand, hitting back, saying forces outside of the African-American community are trying to undermine him.
Sound like a whole lot of trouble over there.
Sound like a big mess.
Holy mackerel. I hope it all worked out. God forbid the NAACP is no longer around.
Well, I don't think the whole organization will fall apart simply because of one allegation against one leader. You just replace him if there's a problem.
I can't believe a black guy named Chavez. Anyway, go ahead. See.
Also in the news is that school in Alabama, around prom time last summer, or at the beginning of the summer, I told you that there was this school down in Alabama, Wadowee, Alabama. Wadowee or something like that.
Wadowee.
I don't know what that means, but
and
a place called Wadowee, Alabama, and there was a principal down there who decided that he didn't want to have the prom if mixed-race couples were going to come.
All right. Go ahead,
And he said that was a mistake. It wasn't something that was supposed to happen, and any children who were the result of interracial relationships were also mistakes. Caused a big hubbub in the community. Then they put the prom back on. Well, the other day, somebody burned down the school.
Really? The whole school?
And I guess this is all about the fact that the guy was never disciplined severely enough for some people. He was allowed to keep his job. So there have been conversations back and forth ever since about why this man is still the principal of this school.
I see.
And now the school has been burned down, and they have decided to reassign the principal to another school.
Might be so that one can burn down.
Yeah, huh?
So everyone can go nuts over there.
Doesn't make sense to me, but...
Well, God bless him.
What's going on?
What else is doing wrong?
I don't know whether he's changed his mind about interracial dating.
I don't think so.
Marlon Brando is in the news. He's writing a book.
Who wants to hear what he's got to say?
I don't know, but they paid him $6 million.
I know, I read that. $6 million for a Marlon. First of all, he'll never say anything decent.
Well, he has said a few things. First of all, he admits to, a number of problems, trying to control his weight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gee.
During one of those times that he was supposed to be on some kind of a weight loss program, he was actually paying people from McDonald's to come to his house and throw Big Macs and French fries and drinks over the fence.
I need you to come to my house to feed me some burgers.
And, you know, they couldn't come to the front door, so they would just run to the back and throw them over the fence. And I guess Marlin at some point would wander out into the backyard, and he could go near the fence and just graze. He could eat all the Big Macs and French fries he wanted. And they say that every morning, you know, his people would come out there and find this big mess where all this food had just been thrown over the fence.
Wow.
They also say he gave Michael Jackson acting lessons back in 1983. One secretary reporting that when Michael showed up, he was dressed as Pinocchio, big nose and all, and remained that way for the entire time he was there.
Good boy.
What's with Michael Jackson?
I don't know.
To act like a heterosexual.
Wow. He dressed himself up as Pinocchio, had no shame, and went over to Marlon Brando's
and went
house.
Went to someone else's house.
Did Marlon Brando request that he be dressed like Pinocchio?
No.
He just said, I want to be like Pinocchio.
He just came that way.
And Marlon Brando taught him to act like Pinocchio, or just like act?
I don't know what happened in the acting lesson. This was the secretary's account that Michael Jackson showed up dressed as Pinocchio.
Next time you dress up like a Big Mac so I can have you for lunch. Why do you dress up like Pinocchio? Do you lie to me about your sexuality? What is it? Why do you do this to me? You come to me, you ask for me for a directing and acting coach, and then you do this to me. You son of a bitch. Pinocchio. Pinocchio! And I'm the blue fairy. The big blue fairy.
So I can't imagine what it all means.
Pinocchio. You figured it out, Robin.
I'm trying, believe me. David Caruso. Yesterday I told you he was not going to be on NYPD Blue this season.
I don't watch this show, but every show refers to him as the carrot-topped hunk. I see this guy. This guy's no hunk.
Yeah, he is carrot-topped, though.
He's carrot-topped, but he's certainly no hunk. Well, how does a guy become a hunk like that?
Because he, I guess, is the guy who's thin on the show.
I'm more of a hunk. He's a skinny loser.
And he's the one who bared his butt for the TV show.
Guy looks like Knucklehead Smith. Some hunk.
Carrot butt.
Carrot butt. Carrot head.
Well, now they say he'll be back at work today.
Ah, good. Maybe he'll need some Pinocchio lessons.
They say that the producers of the show are trying to put the best face on it. They do say that they've worked out everything. There was talk that he was demanding $100,000 an episode.
Yeah. 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000. Yeah.
Under a contract commitment, the actor does plan to show up today or Monday for a wardrobe fitting and for the first day of taping for the second season.
That guy would have disappeared off the planet had they taken him off that show. I never even heard of him.
I can't tell from this whether he's just hanging out for a little while longer to see if they come up with the money, or he's really off the show.
Carrot Top hunk.
Carrot Top. Car shows. Yeah. Meet TV's Carrot Top. Yeah.
The guy, that show had 2 decent episodes. Suddenly he's Roseanne. He wants $100,000 an episode. Hasn't even proven himself.
Yeah, he's the franchise.
Carrot Top hunk. Yeah. Hunk.
Yeah. Hunk. Yeah.
Hunk.
Punk.
Oh, I saw something. I don't know which one of the tabloids it came out of. This is back to OJ for a second.
Yeah, OJ.
Some dog psychic. Spent some time with Nicole Simpson's dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now says that OJ is innocent. I thought that was rather interesting.
Who do you think did it? Ruth? Babe Ruth killed Nicole Simpson. Quick, stop the presses. Who did it? What?
Ruth Buzzy.
Ruth Buzzy? Ruth, is it Buzzy?
Buzzy.
It's Ruth.
Quick, call the newspapers.
OJ didn't do it.
I bet you they introduced that as evidence. Don't do anything. The dog theory.
Yeah, the defense should get a hold of that. Give her the million. Well, how much is OJ putting up? $500,000.
She can give me that psychic dog on their phone. Who did it? Ralph Crandon? From the Honeymooners?
Ralph Cirella.
Ralph Cirella. You need some more powder.
Miramax, the film company, has hired William Kunstler to fight an NC-17 rating.
Private Partsler.
A movie they're about to release called The Advocate.
Oh, you know, that's good.
They say that the movie involves a sexual encounter that culminates with a rooster crowing.
Right.
That apparently got them the NC-17, so they're going to fight.
Good. I'm glad they did that because they ruined. These guys put up millions of dollars for these movies, and there's some bunch of jackasses that decide what a rating the movie should get, NC-17, and they ruin these guys. And the people who make these ratings, they don't put up any money for anything in their lives. They're a bunch of, I think they take a cross-section of people, mailmen, or they take, I don't know, some civil servant, and they say, okay, let's give it an NC-17 arbitrarily. And they ruin people. They ruin their lives. It's an outrage. It's an outrage. Yeah, outrage.
Yeah. Outrage. Yeah. Yeah.
Back to Marlon Brando for 1 second. There was something else he revealed, or has been revealed about. And maybe this isn't Brando's book. This is an unauthorized biography maybe about him. But they say that Brando once planned to do a dial-a-fart line.
A dial-a-fart?
Well, you reached dial-a-fart.
People could call in and try to identify the parts of famous people.
That's correct. This was a trout. I had trout for dinner last night.
And he actually ran it by his lawyers, who, of course, nixed it.
Great idea. You know, I did a thing. When I was at NBC Radio, I used to have people go urinate.
Mm-hmm.
And we would listen to them urinate and try and identify who they were.
Was.
And I tell you,
you're right on the same wavelength there.
I don't know, but when Marlon Brando says it, they already immediately get lawyers around it and they start looking into it.
No, they didn't look into anything. They realized right away this was not something they wanted to pursue.
I heard he actually got the line going and then blew his phone apart when he ate all that McDonald's.
Well, they did say he was the kind of corpulent person who let a lot of
dial-a-fart
flatulence go.
That's correct. It was beef Brazil.
Let me hear the fart. And
what was that?
And then Marlon comes on the line and says, what?
That was shrimp scampi.
No, I think the idea is they recognize the celebrity who did it.
That's right. Who was
Celebrity flatulence?
Yes.
Was it?
That was Roseanne. That was James Garner.
Yeah, this is from Peter Manzo.
How did he plan to get the celebrities to fart? Did he?
I don't know how he.
Would he pay them?
Maybe he'll just have them over. He'd just have them over to the house and hide a mic or something.
That was Abe Vigoda. That was TV's Carrot Top hunk, David Caruso.
Yeah, in the dial-a-fart scene, callers would identify famous people.
That was John Chancellor.
See, you like this.
I do. I'm telling you, I think it's a great idea.
Those lawyers were.
That was Rosie O'Donnell at Half Strength.
Oh, Half Strength.
But you were correct.
I wonder where those lawyers are now.
That's Uncle Floyd.
Floyd?
They ran out of celebrities.
That's sure.
TV's Uncle Floyd.
That was Bert Parks having an accident.
Put a mind on that guy.
This is what he did when he sat around things.
That was the Smothers Brothers. Famous 1-2 punch.
And the player strike deadline, Howard, still looms large.
Now that was Dean Martin. Maybe his last.
And the player strike looms large?
That's right.
Barbara Bush. Tommy Lasorda.
Do you really think people's farts sound different?
Oh, yes. That's the musical one.
Want to try it?
That was George Benson.
Come on. You know what, Fred? The next time you have to fart, put it on tape. Jackie, same with you. Billy, same with you. Robin, same with you. And I'll do it, too.
I don't do that.
No, come on, you do, too. Just bring a tape recorder with you next time we have to do it, and we'll see if we can identify who's who tomorrow.
Ooh.
Come on, you're going to fart. Fred, okay?
I'll do my best.
Jackie?
I don't know if I can do that for you tomorrow.
Oh, please. After one of those big lunches you eat?
I don't do it that often.
Oh, come on.
And apparently Katie Lang, before she came out of the closet, did a movie, according to page 6 today. And there's a nude scene in it.
Oh, really?
They say that KD herself was horrified at how bad her body looked.
Yeah, it's pretty weird when you see yourself naked for the first time, because my wife and I once took the video camera. No, we didn't take the video camera. We took the Polaroid.
Uh-huh.
And she took a couple of pictures of me naked, laying on the bed trying to look sexy. And then I took a couple of pictures of her. And hoofa.
Ooh. I see OJ.
I see OJ. Man. I got hair where there shouldn't be hair. I got to shave down. I had like my
That's
legs.
the only thing you objected to about your body?
No, it was pretty bad. I don't know.
It's a real art being able to look good on camera with your clothes off.
Yeah. You know, you laughed at drunk Vicky in that bikini, but I'll tell you something.
You didn't take her picture.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Anyway, is that what's happening? All right, thanks, Robin. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you order 1-800-52-STERN. If you notice on the TV show, Robin has the poster behind her head. Hey, Fred, every day you should play those commercials a couple of times. I always forget to ask you to do that.
I usually do.
Wait, did you play them today?
Today, I think I got maybe once or twice.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right, fine. I didn't know if you were
Fred
playing.
is doing his job.
I just want people to get the tape. I've gotten so much great feedback on this. People say if you like our E-show, you'll also like this tape because we're sitting around naturally just kind of hanging out and talking about the various things that went on backstage, and it's a lot of fun. And the backstage tape is totally new material, and you'll also like having the poster. And you know what? I'm taking it off the market very soon. I told you about a week ago that I just have about 2 or 3 more weeks, and that's it. I'm going to take it off the market. That's it. And you'll never be able to get this material again, and it's a chance that you see us uninhibited and unrated, of course, and unedited. So dial 1-800-52-STERN, and I think you'll like that poster. It's very beautiful, right behind Robin there. Look at you.
It's a gorgeous poster.
Look at you. I'm looking at me and saying, look at you. All right, anyway.
I know you're...
I'm falling in love. 1-800-52-STERN.
I know what goes on over there.
Also, you must be over 18 to order, Robin, and brought to you by Infinity Ventures.
I can do that then.
Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling, let's all get behind your new 78-minute comedy CD, $10 plus free shipping and handling. The price does include a 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464 Thursday night, August 25th. Jackie at Rascals Comedy Club. A lot of people looking forward to this. Jackie is most comfortable in Rascals.
That's his favorite place to work.
Sort of his home. So that's in West Orange, New Jersey. For info and dirty jokes, call 516-922-WINE.
Jokeman.
Fred Norris Band, Friday at headquarters, Hastings-on-Hudson. Don't miss that one. Don't miss Boy Gary and the Garyonette at Film and Music on Route 46 East in Little Falls, New Jersey on Saturday, August 20th from 3 to 5 p.m. demonstrating Sony's new mini disc and giving away prizes. Call 205-256-1122. A lot of people rushing to their phones. Don't miss Stuttering John's Band appearing on the Conan O'Brien Show this Friday night, August 12th. And don't forget to buy Stuttering John's great new CD available at record stores everywhere. And if you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment in the New York Tri-State area. Call 718-BAG 5040.
Like 5040. Music. To stare at the hair in my ears by.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Robin, thanks to our special guest, Bobcat Goldthwait. It was very funny today.
Oh, you're not going to thank Vicky?
And Vicky the drunk.
I think she was funny as Bobcat.
Vicky was fabulous. Maybe funnier. And Bob was sitting there with his head rolling around in his hands, but I think he was jealous of drunk Vicky.
That she was such a natural.
Right. She was a hit.
He had to work very hard, and it's taken him years.
He had to burn up couches to get noticed. All right, and we will see you tomorrow. Robin, tomorrow I will hand you your birthday gift. Don't get nervous.
Sure.
Come on, I've had it on order for 3 weeks.
I hold out hope to ever get a birthday present from you.
Oh, don't act like that. Being silly. All right, and we'll see you tomorrow.
KEGL, Fort Worth, Dallas.